Guys, this is the match you've been waiting for. It's me and Chase.
Oh, cool. All right. We're live. It's live streaming golf. McGolfin TV. We've got Lex McGuffin here at Hole 1.
That's a re-tee.
Yeah. Is that a water ball?
That's a water ball, yeah. Okay, let's try this again. All right, another water ball, but I'm going to say that hit far enough up I can drop.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Fuck.
All right.
We're hooking it.
Hooking it.
Hooking it. I hooked both balls.
Interesting.
$100 first hole?
No, maybe not. Maybe if you'd said that before we teed off. And I think this hole's car path only. No, it's not. Okay. Thank
Well,
goodness.
alrighty. Welcome in. Good morning, everyone. Who do we got? We got Horse and Speedy, Mulligan Mike, Buckness, Fever Mind, Speedy, Walk Up. Good to see you guys. Welcome in. Happy Monday. Happy Postmasters. That's a good catch there, Horse. He says, congrats to Rory McIlroy, in case he's watching the stream this morning. Yep. Yeah. I mean, what else has he got to do? Right? It's Monday morning. You just won the Masters. Chill out. Watch McGolfin TV. Yeah. Fevered Mind says, good morning from jury duty. Wow, jury duty. Cool. You allowed to watch live streams while you're in jury duty? By the way, guilty.
Fever, they're guilty.
Guilty, yep.
They're guilty.
Guilty.
They're guilty.
Yep. Guilty.
Just maximum punishment.
Yep.
All right, there's a couple of grounds crew who are up there. I think you just got to fly it over them.
What's up, Bob? Got Bob Conkle. He says, walk up. Which one of you walked up? Chase looks like a guy you wouldn't want to get in a fight with. Yeah, he's got that vibe. He beat your ass.
Oh no. Easy. This went left. Hit the bank. It'll be a chip. Okay.
Sup, Just Swing It? Could Phil beat Hao Tong Lee's 10 yesterday on that par 5? That's a good question. I think I would get a 9 on that par 5. Yeah, I could do it. All I gotta do is get a 9, right? I could do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're dropping and hitting 5 right off the bat. I'm gonna have to call. We're gonna have to change Lex's name to How Tong Lex.
How about McDroppin' TV?
Ha ha! There you go. Good one. Yeah.
Chase, what does the cart say for yardage there?
You're 70 here. I'll bring it back
Okay.
here.
No, it's okay. You can leave. Oh, well.
$92.
All right, 92 yards. Well above my feet. Left it just a smidgy short.
Okay. Is Chase ex-military? It's classified. It's classified.
I already got some guy hitting into me here. He doesn't know I don't want no walk-ups today. All right, so I was hitting 5 there. I'm putting for 6.
Yep.
All right, Chase is over there. A lot of wind. He's getting in his stance. Chipped it. Rolled it. All right, chip in for 6. Here we go.
Yeah, not
Good
bad.
shot.
Yep, not bad.
Not bad at all.
Chase for par.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh,
Let me give him that one.
All right, that's a 9.
Okay, all right. All right, nice job.
Let's go back to the first
Okay.
tee.
Woo. Yeah, his shorts are too damn big. You can fit 3 of them in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's going on?
Because I'm fat.
You get a Malbon Golf sponsorship.
We should try. Again, that's your side, the business stuff.
Oh. Ooh. Yeah.
All right, Chase had a 5. Lex had a 9.
What's up, Lasher? Good to see you.
All right, now at this point, do you want to play a straight up match for anything?
No, we're good.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm going to make it all, so I may have to
Bounce.
pick Maverick up,
Okay.
depending on what the back nine speed is.
Do you only do the 4 o'clock aftercare? Yeah.
Yeah, it's very nice of you to say. Horse says Lex still handsome despite his shorts selection. Yeah. I don't know.
Oh,
It's
she wants
it's
us to pass.
it's weird that that's the trend is the shorter shorts, right? Like, I mean, sure, if I look like Tom Selleck, I can wear those shorts, but you know, it's kind of like I want to wear shorts, but for the benefit of other people, right? I kind of want to keep them as long as I can to hide as much of the nasty, you know, man legs, right?
I gotta wear long ones to hide my third leg.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It droops down so far if I wear those short shorts.
Yeah, someone
know.
posted that in the Discord. They took a screenshot and they were speculating there was a big bulge down in the in that area, and they were going, "Is that Lexi's one wood in there?"
Yeah, it was a little gross, a rod.
Yeah,
little gross.
Yep.
Great ball.
Ooh, nice bullet.
Why do you set up on the left-hand side on a shot like this?
So I can hit it in the middle of the fairway.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. I feel like the angle's better on this side.
Not
Not for you?
I don't know. Good swing.
If it holds on. All right, very right-hand side of the fairway.
Okay. Let's see. You guys watch most of the Master?
I didn't.
No?
Did you?
I watched a lot Sunday. Prior to Sunday, I didn't watch a whole lot live. I watched, some of the replay stuff in the evening.
Okay.
I knew Rory was going to win,
Yeah.
so it was kind of like,
Because it's scripted. People, this is what I got my golf conspiracy theories. Did you know that starting in 1986? So in 1986, right, Masters wasn't doing so great, and so they conspire with Jack Nicklaus to make Jack Nicklaus win. And
okay.
yeah, the Masters has been scripted ever since.
How do you explain Trevor Immelman then?
Shit.
Wait while he Googles it. He's got to
Yeah.
Google that.
Or Angel Cabrera?
Yeah.
Like just random one-offs?
Well, yeah, it's plausible deniability, right? That's how they get you, right? They're not dumb, right? They throw in a couple like that so that when I bring up the very true fact that it's all scripted, someone like you goes, "Whoa, what about Trevor Immelman?" And I go, "I don't know."
Oh, no.
That's hitting a house.
At least it cut.
What's up, Cam? Did Lex pull a Hao Tong Lee on hole one? He kind of did. Yep, a little bit. Yep. Hey, look, happens to the best of us. What is Hao Tong Lee thinking? Like, man, like sending it. It's like you're not gonna win, but like every shot, every stroke, closer to, I don't want to say. Right? It's just like, I don't know. You're talking about every stroke. A back nine on Sunday is worth like, I don't know, $100,000.
Good swing.
Thank you. Just a little short, but it was a good ball.
Yeah, I don't know. Trevor Immelman, you don't think he's in on it? What is he doing now? He's part of them. He's one of them, right? He's in the broadcast booth now.
Golly. After I dropped it, I was like, you can come back as far as you want. Why'd you drop it there? So I can have the ball above my feet.
You could have played it.
Yeah. Pretty sure it's out of bounds.
No, these are red stakes.
Yeah.
There's no white stakes. You just drive into their backyard. It's fine. All right, he ended up on the cart path over here with this difficult up and down.
Excuse me.
Oh, that's a beauty. Still gonna roll. Good shot.
What's up, hole 24 golf? He says, how's everyone, including Biff McGuffin, doing? Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of resent that, Phil.
Yeah. Oh, wait, it wasn't me.
Except you know, you go. Biff ended up rich and powerful.
Yeah.
Married to the lady,
Mm.
right? He got everything he wanted.
Yeah.
So. Fucking knew I was gonna do that.
Yeah, I knew you were too.
Ah.
Oh my gosh. You know how much easier it would be if you just learned how to do some toe down chipping? Some real chipping? Like, why are you making this game so hard on yourself?
You want it out?
No.
Great roll.
Oh! What's up, James?
6,
7.
7.
I know what you were trying to do there, though. Good putt.
Thanks.
All right. Well, at least you made par.
Yeah.
Cam says Justin Rose, based on that chip. Yeah, my heart sank. I was so sad when Justin Rose stuffed that chip. I was like, it's really over. I'm happy for Rory, but man, I was rooting for Justin Rose.
I saw one of those videos this morning of Ricky Bobby, where they're like, "Wouldn't it be cool if you let me win one time?" And they had did it with Justin Rose and Rory's faces. Justin Rose was like, "Wouldn't it be cool if you just let me slingshot by one time and win?"
Oh, you know what? That's the thing, though. I was like, yeah, what's going on? They're fellow countrymen, but they're not.
Yeah, one's English, one's Irish.
Yeah.
I don't think those countries get along.
No, they hate each other. Yeah. Yeah, Horse says that Justin Rose chip was hard to watch. Nerves got him. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I watched way too much coverage over the last 4 days.
Did you take off your mic? Yeah.
And boy, did we see a lot of... You know, I saw a lot of, like, impossible chips. Miraculously pulled off, right? Where you go like, oh my god, like the degree of difficulty on that chip was like 1,000%, and somehow he pulled it off. But then we also saw some like degree of difficulty 1,000 chips, and they blew it. Yeah. Same with the putting. Yeah.
Same with bunkers.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, lest we not forget. It seems like a lifetime ago we saw, you know, Bryson DeChambeau. I don't know, racked up like eight additional strokes over the course of 2 days, just in the sand trap. You know, you're not allowed to say sand trap at the Masters.
You know, I saw that list, Phil, where like of all the things you're not allowed to say at the Masters.
Yeah.
And I wonder how true it is, because if you download the Masters app, one of the features is on the range. And one of the things they say is you're not allowed to call it the range. You have to call it the practice facility or something.
Yeah.
So it's ironic that they call it on the range on their own app.
Yeah. That's a good catch.
They're not as detail oriented as you. You should be a consultant.
Well, I wonder if it's, you know, more shit that just gets internet made up. Like I don't know that I've ever heard Jim Nantz confirm like what he's allowed to say and not say versus what the internet says he can and can't say.
I don't call them fans. I call them fuckos.
Yeah, patrons or whatever they say.
Yeah,
fuckos.
Patrons.
I'm tempted to hit into this group in front of me. The group in front of me, I don't know if you remember, it was on this hole a couple days ago.
I don't think the people are an issue. I think it's more of the
maintenance.
Yeah, whatever the fertilizer tractor or gazebo thingy.
We're fine then. We're gonna hit. We're gonna send it up the left.
Yeah, grape swing.
Thank you.
What's up, Zippy?
Great shot. Right at him.
Nice. Chase, is that a new grip on your driver?
No.
No.
Oh, okay. Never noticed before. I like that white.
I know, you know, a guy is like a player when he's got white grips and they stay white like that.
Yeah,
he changes his grips, keeps his shit all clean.
Yep.
Lysol wipes.
That's interesting. Is that what you actually use to clean your grips?
Look at how clean these clubs are, guys.
Wow, yeah, look at that.
Look at that. It earns a little dirty, but look at how clean and nice those are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wipe them down with a Lysol wipe, and then I just get a clean rag with water and just wipe it down after that.
I give mine and I say, why don't you put your jelly fingers all over it? Give me a little extra sticking with the jelly fingers.
It cracks me up when I see somebody eating like Lay's potato chips and Fritos.
Whether golf. Yeah.
Put it right on there like that.
If you're talking about me, I do that shit. The one, and I'm going to go ahead and put some on here in just a second, is sunscreen. I see guys put sunscreen on and wipe it all over, and I'm just like, dude, how can you hold the club now? Like, with all that grease.
Yeah.
What's funny is you watch like a tour pro put it on sunscreen on, and they like rub it on here, and then they're doing this,
Yeah,
like everything they can to
not get their
not get
hands
it on
dirty.
their fingers and their hands. Yeah.
I use Sunbum face stick. Not sponsored.
Yeah.
Sunbum, buy it.
Yeah.
It looks like this. It's like a little roll-on stick here. You just put it on your face.
Good for kids too.
All right, Chase is on the green. Good job.
Nice.
Make that phone call again.
Okay.
One that you didn't answer the first.
Okay. Chase has got an important to make. The life of a working man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, though the one thing that I thought was odd in the supposed list of things you're not allowed to say at the Masters as a broadcaster was estimating the distance of putts. Right, I was going through the list. I was like, yep, but those all check out. They don't call them fans. They call them patrons. Blah blah blah. And they said that the broadcasters aren't allowed to go like, oh, it looks like it's 8 feet. And I was like, really? But why? Like, why can't you say that?
All right, I'm going to hit a 50 degree at 90 yards, take a little bit off of it. Right. I took a lot off of it, and it barely made the green.
Okay. All right. Nice job.
I played well yesterday. We had our second day of that tournament I was in, and I played better. We came in second net.
Nice. Nice job.
So at least I kind of made my money back. The entry fee was $150.
Okay.
I get $125 pro shop credit.
Nice.
So now I got to figure out what to spend $125 on, Phil.
Well, first, because someone was asking me about the details of whatever this thing was that you did, and I was like, I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. Like, what was it?
It was a two-man better ball tournament over 2 days. So it's kind of like, total score 2 days, better ball. So if Chase or if Will got a 3 and I got a 5, we would take the 3.
Yeah, but like, what is it as far as like what's it called? Like, who's involved? Is it?
It was East Point. It was the East Point two-man 4-ball. They called it 4-ball.
Okay. So this was
that was the name of the tournament.
This was a club member only tournament, because I thought you were playing
club member only.
Okay, I thought it was like a thing where you were playing the other team from the Fat Kids camp.
No, we did that already.
Oh, okay.
All right, I'm gonna go first. Give Chase a second on his phone call here. Okay, not bad at all. I think I'll tap. Tap for a 4.
Yep.
Yep, great putt.
All right, couple pars. Love to see it.
Couple of bars.
Let's see. Horse says use that 125 in Pro Shop credit towards guest fees to get Phil on the course. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Hole 24 says regrip your damn clubs. Make Lex
My
regrip his
are
clubs.
fine.
The grips are fine now. He already did regrip them. Hole 24.
Yeah, I regripped them,
Yeah.
and then I bought new ones.
Yeah, we did a whole
They're fine.
stream.
Yeah.
I will add mine. I would like you to take that 125 and spend it on a lesson, a chipping
On a
lesson.
lesson?
Yeah,
Yeah.
chipping lesson.
I figured that's what you would say.
Yep. Please, God. Please, God. Do something in this stubborn, freaking Luddite, right? You're like a golf Luddite with instruction. Like, please do something in his brain to make him go, like, I'm going to go get a short game lesson.
All right, I've got 130. 9 iron. Hole in one. Or road ball.
No.
Either or.
Oh, my God. Really?
So bad. Huh? Yeah, I played the card number. The card's pretty accurate.
What's up, Shane? Justin, what's up? What's up? Walk up.
Okay, came up a little short, but good swing.
Unfortunately, Justin, no. You are looking at that scorecard correct. That is a 9 on hole 1. Yep.
On hole 2, he told me how to hit a golf ball.
When did I tell you how to hit a golf ball?
No, you should be lining up on the other side of the tee.
Oh, I think Chase has got to put his microphone back on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you
Sorry about that, Phil.
go. No worries.
It's good. I wasn't saying anything productive. It was making fun of Lex.
Yeah. No, that's the best part.
All right, this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Too much. Much too much.
Yeah, that was fun, Justin. You know what's interesting, Justin? Am I wrong? Because I just watched the main broadcast. They really didn't show any of Hao Tong Lee's 10 on that par 5. I wanted to watch all that. All we got was like people waiting on the tee, going like, something's going on ahead of us. Somebody's playing slow, but they didn't really show it.
Did you see the Sergio blow up?
Oh yeah, I watched that live. It was great. It was glorious.
Yeah, good roll.
Ooh.
Very nice.
Yeah, great 3.
Ew. Yeah.
All right, this is your lab advertisement, guys. If you don't own a lab yet, just go buy one.
Yep.
It's not the putter, it's the putter.
Oh yeah, Hao Tong Lee. He was in the flowers for 15 minutes. I guess they did say that, right? They said that he was looking for his ball. At least Bryson still has his YouTube. Yep. Yeah, it's good. Bryson has something to fall back on. And I'm gonna call it now. I don't think Bryson is gonna really do anything at all the rest of his career. I think he's washed. Right? I'm gonna add him to my list. Brooks Koepka, washed. Bryson, washed. Who's the other one I said?
Dustin Johnson, washed.
Oh yeah, Dustin Johnson. Well, that's everyone already agrees with that. He's washed. Although
Scotty Scheffler, washed.
well, yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Phil,
Yeah.
where would you have had Rory 5 years ago?
Phil didn't watch golf 5 years ago.
No, not washed.
Because he had like a span of 5 or 6 years where he didn't win any majors,
Yeah,
and everybody was like, "Yeah,
he's
just
done.
underachieving. He's not who we thought he was going to be," and everybody's kind of on that with Jordan Spieth.
Yeah,
Like, oh, he's 32, he's done.
yeah. We like Jordan.
Lasher says, bad call, Phil, on Bryson. Yeah, all right. We'll see. We'll see if I'm right. Circle back in 5 years and tell me what Bryson's doing.
Make it through. Okay. Into the tree somewhere.
Okay. Thank God.
Yeah, good ball.
Thank God we didn't kill these cute little birds up here.
No, I was at least 1.5 feet above their head.
Thank God.
Good thing they didn't jump. So who won your thing yesterday? Who won
The thing.
the gross and net?
AJ.
AJ McIntyre.
Yeah. And then the net was a couple of men's day guys, Caramonte and whoever he was, Thurston.
Oh, Thurston wins every net thing.
Yeah.
For a guy who got shit on about his handicap, Jeff Thurston should be. Oops, I said his name out loud.
That's okay. No one watches the show. All right, I popped out. Okay, there's a window.
Yeah, this is my belief is this was the start of the Joe AJ team breakup.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good thing.
Excuse me.
You can't have two cheaters in one group. Just teasing, guys. I'm just teasing you.
Yep. It's just a joke.
It's just a joke.
We're just kidding for real. Wasn't there 2 guys in front of us?
Yeah, they only play like 3 holes and then they leave.
Yeah, that guy didn't look like he was getting around real well. So
No, he plays like 3 holes and then he's done.
as long as he pays his bill.
He pays his bill. He plays 3 holes. That's my kind of member.
Justin said Brooks finished 5 under for the tournament. Yeah, no, it's a fair thing to point out. Dustin Johnson and it was something I enjoyed about the tournament, and it was something I was thinking about. That whole fat part of the leaderboard, right, from about like 4th place and down. Right, when you watch like 4 days of the Masters, and you go like, wow. Like, playing 4 rounds in a row there and ending up at, like, 5 under, like, how is that not winning the tournament, right? I mean, respect to them. What a grind
Roll
out.
the ball back, Phil.
Yeah.
Roll the ball back.
Yeah.
I think the first day, other than like a blow up hole here or there, even like Fred Couples and Angel, not Angel, but Jose Maria
Yeah.
Yeah.
had like pretty solid rounds.
Yeah.
I think Couples made a 9 on a hole, but other than that, he was right there
good.
every hole.
Yeah.
Oh God, fucking left again.
You know, they call this East Course the Florida's Augusta National.
Yep. Yeah, the other thing that I noticed
You don't need sand for that. That doesn't need
is
sand.
there is no such thing as a flat fairway lie at Augusta. For most of us, especially Florida, every fairway lie is flat, and that's just like one more thing when you see these guys, shooting around par at that course. And you really watch closely, you go, it's just like every ball, right? It's either downslope or balls above your feet, balls below your feet. Like, that would murder us. Exactly, Horse. Horse says, when you walk Augusta, you realize how insane it is. There really isn't any flat spots to hit from in those fairways. Yeah, no, I know. It really came through when I was watching, yeah. The elevation changes are daunting. Yeah. Justin says,
Tiny gap. I
respect
probably
to the
shouldn't
caddies.
be going for it,
Yeah.
but I am.
Did you do it?
All right, I'm off into the bunker.
Okay.
So Phil, I have a funny caddy story for you. So
Sweet.
Saturday, while Lex and Will were out here grinding, I went over to a neighboring club called Old Marsh.
Yeah, thanks for the invite, by the
Well,
way.
you were
What?
playing a
I
major
know.
event.
I know.
Chase, you got to play Old Marsh?
Yeah, I've played it. This would be the second time I've played it. So
Son of a
one of the guys
son
I
of a
play,
bitch.
one of the guys I play with, he's a member over there, also. So we go out as a threesome, and they like to walk the course.
Okay.
So I walked with them, and the caddy took the cart threw 3 golf bags on the back of the cart. It was like the easiest day for the caddy. Cart to our ball and gave us our number. I was like,
Then you tip them $150.
yeah. Then we tipped them 120 each.
Wow. Wow.
What's the guest fee out there, if you don't mind me asking?
I don't know because
He covered it.
he's never let me pay it.
Yeah.
That's kind of the thing when you go to those places. It's like,
Yeah.
you're my guest. I take care of everything.
Yeah.
So I tipped the caddy 120, and then I left
Another 20.
20 cash for lunch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Golly.
Phil, that's what you got to do. You got to go become a caddy at a high-end club.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the caddy was a nice guy, and then he said he went to some high-end place in Connecticut in the summer.
Stretch. Good chip.
But yeah, you get out there in the preserve,
Yeah.
and it's kind of hard to believe that it's just across the street.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good point. Just
Well, that's one of the things that makes this club so valuable too, is proximity to wealth.
Oh, pin seeking.
Good thing I hit the stick.
Lex, why don't you check all your data? It's like, and I'm
Okay.
good on my end, but boy is it bad.
Okay.
Um,
It was good earlier.
yeah. No, it's just got real bad all of a sudden.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I got you for a 5. What did Chase get?
I had 5.
Okay. All right. Colt, yeah. Colt says, I wonder if Angel Cabrera got to play over 20 practice rounds the year after he won. Yeah. There was some discussion in the Discord, right? We've been talking a little bit about, like, I don't know. That's golf. It's just like, that's golf. I don't know. It's sort of the thing about, like, you can recognize other people's privilege or your own lack of privilege, but you still have to accept what reality is and say, I'm still accountable for what I do in life, right? Like, both things are true. And yeah, I don't know what to say, but yeah, I mean, it's right. Everyone loves the Tiger era, but that's my whole point about Tiger, is that Tiger showed up not nervous because he had access and experience to, like, everything before he even turned pro, right? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, and I think that makes a big difference, right? Course knowledge is everything. Man, what is up with the camera today? What's up, Trey?
There was one phone that was disconnected, so I kind of reconnected, reset the speedify.
Yep, looks a lot better now.
These people are still kind of right there, right where I can hit to. They're getting drinks.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel you, Mr. Trey.
Beverage card service started again.
You hate
on
golf
Mondays.
fans? Bunch of
Mondays
crybabies?
and Saturday.
Yeah.
Or is it every day?
I think it's Monday through Saturday.
Monday through Saturday. Great. No, and they got Raul on it too, which Raul is a hell of an employee. He does a great job.
Raul.
I think he was our waiter on Friday night.
Yeah.
I had the fried chicken.
Yeah. It's good.
Good.
Over the
Really
point.
good. Yeah.
Yeah. I had fried chicken yesterday at the men's thing and it was really good.
Yeah. He did like a honey. It wasn't a hot honey. It was just a honey fried chicken,
Yeah.
and it was really good. And then the chef came out. He's like, he knows I love the chicken pot pie he makes.
Yeah.
So he's like, I've got chicken pot pies in the back, and you didn't order them. I said, I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
We went Saturday night.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, we're going tomorrow night for trivia night.
Okay. Have you done that before?
Yeah, we've done trivia a couple of times.
Is it good?
Yeah, the trivia is a third-party person, and then tomorrow night's taco night. We haven't done taco night yet.
Well, we used to do the think and drink trivia before Maverick was born, and I know that trivia crowd can be pretty vicious. Somebody reads a question, you go to the bathroom, they think you were Googling on your phone and stuff. And
well, we've won it enough times. They know just not to mess around with my wife. My wife is a trivia master. Oh shit! Why'd you hit this club? I'm dumb.
Yeah, what were
You dumb.
Yeah.
I think it's fun. Yeah, we used to go to the Hurricane Grill and Wings.
Yeah.
By where LA Fitness used to be.
Okay.
And one of our buddies was an English major, so like, name that author and all that stuff. He knew all that crap. And
sports.
You get a bunch of the older crowd that'd be like, "Oh, you guys are ruining the game." Yeah.
No, my wife ruins the game for other people.
Yeah.
I think we've won every time we've gone. We've won. We don't go that often, but it's just like we win, and people are like, "Oh, there's Mr. McGuffin winning more shit around here," because it's the same crowd that's like a Men's Day crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine if your wife brought me.
I know. It would be unstoppable.
Unstoppable.
Right?
Yeah.
We had my buddy Temp, and Tim is also very adept at trivia.
Yeah, Tim seems like he knows things.
He knows a lot of stuff. All right, I'm deep into the woods here.
Yeah, we've never done it because it says like if you go with two people, we'll pair you up with two other people, and I don't always just want to be paired up with people.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna hit a little 9-iron punchy punch out of this stuff. That's probably too lofted of a club. I don't know why I have a 9-iron in my hand for this.
Think of it as extra insurance, so you can even take just like nice, soft hands, smooth hit, let the body do the work, right?
Phil, tell him clear eyes, full heart, Kip.
Okay. Yeah, clear eyes, full heart.
Go in the hole. Go in the hole.
There you go.
Chased right by the hole.
There you go. Nice job.
Speaking of chase,
good,
he's
Phil.
in the
You
middle of the
can talk,
fairway.
don't bother me.
Yeah, I mean,
Sand
what do
wedge.
it was interesting,
Don't talk
right?
while he's hitting.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
You're fine, Phil. It doesn't bother me.
Okay, didn't affect him.
don't
He
worry
hit a
about
great
Well,
shot.
everyone's talking about and Chase, how do you feel about this kind of somewhat bombshell that came out in the post-round press conference with Rory, where he talked about he purposely didn't play the last 3 tournaments leading up to the Masters, and this guy apparently has a member. Someone gets him on to the course like whenever he wants. He played like a ton at Augusta in the 3 weeks leading up. He was talking about how he would literally drop his daughter off at school and then hop in a private plane and fly over to Augusta and like play around and then fly back. And he played it a ton.
So I think that's one of the benefits of the past champion. I don't know that he had to have a member do that. I think that's one of the benefits of being a past champion. And I also heard something or read something that said Jack told him that's what he needs to start doing.
Ah, yes. Yep.
Because Rory used to talk about playing the week before in Texas or whatever, and Jack said, you need to stop doing that, and you need to go play the golf course you're going to be competing at. I think it's a I think it's a perk of being a past champion.
Okay, yep, and that's
know?
what Trey's saying. Yeah, he didn't need to be a. You don't need a member. Past winners can go play. Yeah.
I think I saw part of it. It may have been, I don't know when it came out, but there's a interview on Barstool's podcast with Kevin Kisner. And, you know, he basically said, like, if Rory as a past champion picks up the phone, are they going to tell him no?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
Of course not.
Right. Yeah.
Chase for birdie.
Drag my putter on the ground.
Good par.
All right, a couple of good pars there.
Mediocre par.
Yeah, I mean, look
Chase, what
again.
size shoe you wear?
10?
10? Okay.
We can
I'm
recognize.
gonna come to your house and rob you.
You know, let's talk
Yeah?
about this in the Discord. You
What
go out
size
there.
do
And
you wear?
you play with some guys.
I don't know, like 10, 10 and a half.
I'm gonna talk over them. They can't hear me. And you know,
I probably got some stuff in boxes that I've never even worn.
they're taller than
Really?
you. They're fitter than you. They hit the ball
I know I
longer.
do.
They got great swings. I mean, look, they probably
stare
grew
at
up
the
on a
box.
golf course. Their dad's a good golfer. They had money growing up. They got lessons. Yeah, I mean,
Well, McGolfin TV is not above taking donations. In fact, that's your cue, guys, to make sure you hit the like button, the subscribe button,
oh yeah,
and donate.
Yeah.
There's a link
Yeah.
in the chat. All right, Phil, maybe run a commercial. We got a group in front of us, hasn't even got to the green yet.
okay,
There'll be a moment.
yeah, all right. Well, I want to talk. I want to talk about this. Yeah.
Okay, you talk about it.
Yeah, and don't get mad at each other, guys. Everyone's thoughts and comments are good. We respect all opinions. Don't get pissed, guys.
No, we don't.
And what's up,
Since
Red
when?
Dog? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, in all fairness, right? I mean, you guys have to ask yourself the same question, right? So you're going to be playing in the Masters, and you have an opportunity to play the shit out of the course in the 3 weeks leading up. Are you really going to go like, no, it's not fair to the other, it's not fair to the first timers who've never seen the course. I'm going to go there and make it feel like I'm a first timer too. Like, no, of course you're going to take advantage of that.
Let me give you a real world scenario. The Florida State Golf Association amateur championship. They're holding it at the Dive Preserve and Admiral's Cove, and I want to go play those courses, right? So I signed up.
Yeah.
Guess where the qualifier is?
Ooh, here?
It's at East Point.
Sweet. Yeah.
So is it unfair that I might get to qualify for the amateur championship, even though I'm probably not good enough, but it's going to be on my home course where I know the greens, and I'll play it the day before. I can talk to the person who's going to do the setup and get to know and practice for what exactly the yardage and the setup's going to be, right? Is that unfair? Well, maybe. But that's the privilege.
That's
right.
golf.
That's the privilege.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I don't know. I just square it up, right? It's just like, it doesn't matter how good I get at golf in a sense. Lex McGuffin will always beat me for one. I mean, there's a constellation of reasons, but one, he has high-end clubs. Mine are like 10-year-old hand-me-downs. And that's because I'm poor. I mean, am I going to sit around and cry baby about it? A little bit, yes. But I'm still going to go play my best golf. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
But you're outspent. I'm going to play a better ball. I'm
Yeah,
playing
better
a Pro
ball.
V. You're playing a Nitro.
Yep. Got my Nitro.
Yeah, but there's two sides to that too, right? How many guys here have a bag full of XEOs?
Yeah. A
They-
lot.
They stink.
Yeah.
You know, like it's important, I think, to a certain extent, right? Like Wesley Bryant, for example, Grant Horvath, they're good at golf. They're playing Tacoma.
Yeah.
They could be playing Titleist T150s that are $2,000 a set, or T100s or whatever it is. You know, you could give Tiger some shit clubs, he's going to beat you.
Yeah.
Maybe not anymore because he's in Sweden in rehab, but you know where I was going with that.
Yeah.
What's up, Garrett? Garrett.
But I would also say, like, I wonder if you, like, I'm pretty sure Augusta, with Rory's credentials prior to last year, wasn't turning him away for a practice round or two.
Yeah.
You know, if he wanted it.
But Hao Tong Lee probably gets turned away.
Well, yeah, then, I mean,
but he's not going to get turned away.
Win more tournaments
in some tournament in China or some other tournament.
Yeah.
Right. And that's going to be where he gets an advantage, is some tournament where he's a hometown hero.
You know, the CEO of Hewlett Packard probably gets a reservation better faster than you do.
Yeah.
You know, life's not fair. You know, things have privilege.
Ooh.
That looks really good.
Classic golf tee flying back at the camera.
You know, look at like travel baseball, right? Like you look at somebody like Bryce Harper, who grew up in Vegas and had access to, you know, but he still had to be good at baseball. But there's some kid in Miami that doesn't have access to anything. It's just kind of the cards that I guess you're dealt sometimes.
Yeah. Get up.
Phil's blessed with good looks. We're not, you know?
Yeah, right?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, fevered mind, I'm kind of with you. Like, if they had a new rule that said, you know, none of the tournament participants, none of the competitors are allowed to play the course so that everyone comes in kind of blind. I mean, from a product standpoint, I feel like that would be compelling, right? That it's just like no one knows, like, you know, how fast the greens are going to be and all that sort of stuff. You just like show up, you're like, oh my God, I got to figure it out on Thursday, right? But, you know, I don't know. Again, I just...
You know, all with all of that, he won by one shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good point. Yeah.
These guys are really, really good.
Yeah. Trey says socialist golf is insane. Look, that's the handicap system. That's my whole thing, right? This handicap system. It's literally right, and that's what's crazy too. Is I don't know if you guys know this, but Augusta National is the only for-profit private country club in the United States. Everyone else is a charity.
Golly, what are you doing?
Yep, my country club's a charity.
Yeah, it's charity. It's charity for the rich people.
Phil, we need it. Come on. God, it's so fast.
I think Augusta's one of those places too, Phil. I don't know what the number is, but like 6 or 7 months a year, they're not even open.
For winter or?
They close. They just,
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
to preserve the property and all of that stuff. There's a very limited time of year that you can go out there and play.
All right, I can get a stroke back on them here. I think you still got me by 2 strokes so far today.
Do I?
Yep. You should have taken that bet on the first hole.
Huh. Oh. It's all right. This is a downhiller. Whoops.
Gonna miss that too. Oh no, he made it.
Oh.
Nice job, guys. They closed for
Thank
the
you.
summer. Colt says, "Wow, yeah, crazy."
I would imagine they're probably getting ready to close next month.
Wow. Colt says, "I think I'm done getting excited about the Masters. I'm a U.S. Open guy now." Yep, join the club.
Phil, I got to do a cam swap as soon as I get to this next tee box.
Okay. All right. Anyway, good discussion. It's interesting to see all the different thoughts about this stuff.
I should start flying the drone over into Old Marsh more often.
Mr. Trey, that is the thing, right? Mr. Trey says, well, what's this about this average... what's this about is... Well, I'm trying to... Average to terrible golfers want to see pros suffer the way we do on the weekends. Make them feel better about being a crappy golfer. That's what the golf rollback is.
Phil, you want to make sure you hit the low power button for me?
Yep. There you go. Zanzibar says, I watch for excellence. That's why I'm here. Okay, yeah. Huh. Yeah, that's what the U.S. Open's for. Yeah.
Great ball. Your driver is seems to be much improved since the last time we played.
You know, it comes and goes.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna. I think I jumped in with you Thursday. It could be.
What's going on,
It could
Horse?
be all over the place
Yeah.
by Thursday.
Are you dissatisfied about something, Horse? What do you mean? What am I missing?
Ooh. Ooh, bad bounce.
Ooh.
I'm way off to the right, underneath the big tree.
Oh yeah, well, I didn't miss it, Horse. If you're, but yeah, Chase. Just so you know, one of the viewers is strongly recommending you take some practice swings on your chips because you're going right into the chip.
Nope. It's just funny. I don't take practice swings on my full swings, but I take them on chips.
Yeah.
I don't take them on putts. Chipping is the only time I take practice swings, and I still duff them. What happens is I take that practice swing and I duff the practice swing, and then it gets in my head like, don't duff it, and I duff it. Got to say, big shout out to the grounds crew. The course out here is looking magnificent today. Except some of the greens. We got more encroaching grass into the greens.
Yeah, we played over here yesterday, and I said to one of the guys I was playing with, I feel like the hey guys, the new golf course is going to be needed over there, you know, is coming, and that's part of it.
Yeah. Let it go a little bit. Yeah. Good ball. I mean, when they have that meeting, I'll get up in the meeting and go, you know, if we can't take care of the course we have now, why should I give you $10,000 for a new
Ooh,
course? Like,
good.
you couldn't take care of this one.
Yeah, good point.
You
Well,
know?
say this golf course is 40 years old, which is part of the problem. The thing I'm not a golf course. I play a lot of golf. You play a lot of golf. Greens were amazing.
Yeah.
Our East golf course greens are brand new, and they're not even close.
Yeah.
You know, if we get a new golf course and we can't keep it in top condition, then then I don't know that I need a $12,000.
No, it's like the Muni I played, Crandon, whatever that. Were in rough shape. They were not great. They were slow and bumpy and just all over the place.
Yeah.
And it was basically like, well, that's the maintenance. The maintenance on them is jacked.
And I've played with the guy who redid our East course.
Yeah.
And he's told me they should be 2 feet faster than they are.
Yeah. That was close to being a good shot.
Yeah. I would have thought you would have went low.
I was trying to go low with this one, but high above that one. I don't that low shot, that low inches.
Like that little 7-iron chip.
It's just if I blast it too far, it gets in the water. And this is okay. I'd rather be short here with like a little chip up.
Understood.
I'm not great at those 7-iron ones at a lot of those. I call them old man shots.
I got beat by enough of them. I started figuring out how they do it.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing better than a guy hitting hybrid from 150 to 2 feet and tapping it in and win the hole.
Really pisses you off. All right, but we can sink this.
Yeah, nice play.
Phil, you still there?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll check the data here in another second and I'll reset.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say that too, Flip. Yeah. I mean, I really don't feel like if you've got a professional caddy, like, is there any unknowns when you show up, even somewhere like Augusta? Like, I feel like you should already know exactly where you're supposed to be hitting and not hitting, you know?
Yeah, Phil, everything's 5x5 on my side.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 4s.
I mean, I think the thing that Rory was saying, right? It wasn't about course knowledge. It was headspace, right? His point in the thing about being able to get so much access to Augusta, he said it felt like his home course, and he just feels comfortable there. Yeah. And, you know, I mean, that's going to exist for everyone, right? I mean, everyone, your first time, if you get an invite to the Masters that first time, And they all say it, right? It's a huge whirlwind, and you're like exhausted because there's like a billion, right? It's just like, where do you park? Where do I go for the practice? What do I, gotta remember not to swear. Gotta remember not to run.
I heard you're not allowed to poop in the bathrooms at the Masters.
Yeah, you're not allowed to poop. You got to hold it for 4 days. Yeah.
No stinkies. Yep. And yet, 20 years later, Sergio still can't remember it.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I saw it on the Discord. He broke his driver.
Yeah, he like slammed it to the ground, took 2 big divots out of the tee box, then slapped the water cooler and broke the head off. And then I think like a couple holes later, they had an Augusta person go out there and, basically give him a conduct warning.
Yep.
And then at the end of the round, they interviewed him, and he was just like a super arrogant prick. They're like, "What did the guy say to you?" And he goes, "None of your business."
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it.
It's like Tiger's he's like Tiger's in rehab. Watch this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to get some attention back to myself now.
All right, car path only today, so we want to leave it on the right-hand side.
Beauty.
Thank you. All right.
Car path love.
All right. What did we get on the last hole?
2 4s.
Oh, okay, great. Good job.
That's those fish.
Huh? Oh, I know. I showed on stream the other day, right in front of 17.
There's a baby gator right on the other side of the tee box.
Yeah. There's a lot of baby gators up on this little thing here and up there.
Yeah. There was one at Old Marsh. Not a baby, a good sized one, probably 6-7 feet. And he was chomping on a fish on 18.
Nice. I've never seen them eat.
They eat like a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
The 6-foot alligator was fighting with this fish to get him to get it in its mouth and eat it.
It's like it was a bunch of chicken nuggies.
Yeah, it was like the fish was giving him the fight of his life.
So yesterday we went to Pop Stroke as a family.
Okay.
Not a big fan.
Really?
Yeah.
A whole thing that's just putting?
Just like,
yeah, and Lex didn't
it's
like
just putting. It's just it's mini golf. It's mini golf without all the fun stuff of mini golf.
He was furious. He was like, "They don't have my lab putter. This ball doesn't feel like a Pro V1."
I'll say this: the balls were okay. The putters were okay.
Are they tailor-made balls?
Tailor-made balls.
Yeah.
Yeah. I miss the windmills and the dinosaurs and those kind of things.
Yeah. We go to the one in Jupiter.
Jupiter Lighthouse Cove or whatever
Lighthouse
it is.
Cove, yeah.
Yeah, I like that place. You gonna go for it?
I
think you got a window there.
I do
just
have a window. It's just
slice
whether,
it a little bit.
I just, if I go for it, I bring water and play.
Yeah.
Phil, did you hear the question?
No, the camera blooped out.
Chase wants to know where he's at stroke play wise with me.
Oh, okay.
I hit it in the water anyway.
Stroke play. I got you at 38. And I got Chase at 36.
Yeah, you're beating me by 2 strokes.
I just hit it in the water. So.
Okay.
Match play
I almost
wise,
hit the guy
it would
cutting the
convert to
grass.
all square. God, what is with the camera?
Yeah, when I left my house, he looked like he had a professional doing something at his. So.
Mm.
Pop stroke is too tough, DMC says, but everyone in your group can have a twisted ankle before finishing. Yeah. Yeah. Is that because it's all crazy, like undulations or whatever?
Yeah, it's crazy undulations.
Yeah.
Four! That went right for the guy. He's not going to be happy.
Yeah, there you go. Trey says the fans should be more upset about all these so-called influencers who got tickets. And people have been playing the lottery for 30 years and have never been. Yeah, I saw that Grant Horvat was there. I was like, how did Grant Horvat get to go to the Masters? Well, I know why. I've got a new. I was thinking about it. I saw Grant Horvat, and I was like, 5 years ago, if you said who are the top 3 most historically the most influential people in all of golf, right? I go number 1, Arnold Palmer. Number 2, Tiger Woods.
Oh, it's buried.
Number 3, Jack Nicklaus. And I got reasons why Jack Nicklaus is number 3. And I realized that now in 2026, historically the most influential people in all of golf are Arnold Palmer, Tiger Woods, Grant Horvat. And you don't believe me now, but wait 5 years.
That's in the water.
That's rough. It's because see the thing with Jack Nicklaus, he kind of doesn't have an arm. He's not relatable, right?
You said I stayed up?
Yeah, it stayed up.
Oh, miracle.
Yeah, and that's it, Trey. Jack is boring to you? Yeah. Yeah.
For a 5. That's a 6 for me.
Okay.
That's 6 too.
Okay. Yeah, we might have to call Jack today, Colt. Colt says Lee Trevino never went into the clubhouse at Augusta because they were a bunch of racists. Is that true? Did he actually not go in there? James says, why didn't the Masters show coverage of Tiger this week? Yeah, seriously. Yeah.
Ooh, there's a golf ball over there.
I guess he just didn't play that well. Please call him. You need a nap. Yeah. Oh, is that true, Colt? He always changes shoes in the parking lot? Yeah.
That's the dumbest thing in the world. I will change my shoes in any parking lot.
Yeah.
I don't need to go to the men's locker room to put my shoes on.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and what is Lee Trevino? Is he Italian or Latino? Like, I've never actually been clear on that.
I think he's Latino.
Yeah, Traces is Georgia. Racism is American as apple pie in Georgia. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. He's a Texican?
What's up, Will?
Lasher says, excuse me, I'm in Georgia. Look, I'm sorry, Lasher. Your state's got a reputation, right? Do I have to say it again? I'd never go to the Masters. Why?
Thanks, sir.
I'm not stepping foot in Georgia. Georgia State Police. Literal psychos.
You tell me what you're going to do next year?
Yeah, no, seriously, there you
Take
go. Trey.
sevens all the way around?
Trey says Georgia State Police are insane, and this is from a former cop. Yeah, exactly. No, I know, they are crazy.
20 rounds, like in the 60s.
Yeah.
I'm going to play in the tournament, he's going to play the 2Ps, and I'm going to play the 60s. And no one can say I'm following the rules. I have to play what I played in most of my last 20.
The most common round, yep.
Hey,
Granted,
it's Will.
net won't be in the cards for me, but gross will be.
If you can shoot the same score from the twos that you shoot on the and from the six, then you can bring gross into play.
But it would be, all right, I might even do the 7.
Seven? That's a little forward. Maverick plays the sevens.
But again, like,
What'd you get on the last hole?
6.
6. Okay.
if they see me play, the fucking member do 7.
I can tell you what they would say because I lived it for the member guest.
We were talking about to Derek, he's like, we're going to have to change the rule at some point, and it might be like an event like that and force them to do it.
Yeah, the issue with the T change though is you get Bill W and those guys who don't want to have to go backwards because they're single digits. They're single digit from 3-4 combo, not from the twos. You know.
Yeah.
Well, someone's getting fucked. If you're an older guy, you're going to get fucked. Very loose.
Well, Terry's a great example of that. You know, put him on the 3 Ts,
You can't play.
can't play.
You put him on the 6 and he'll shoot the break 8.
Well, rules don't change until someone does something that forces the rules to change.
Do I really want to be that guy?
I'll do it with you. No?
I feel like a little skinnier than the Galloway.
What specifically did Stephen A. Smith say about golf that was not good?
When you go up to the 6 tees, you should just play the Kirkland. When you go to the 6 tee, just play the Kirkland.
What's going on here? What's this person? Oh, hey.
Yeah.
It's like closest to the pin on
Nice.
Saturday.
I'm going to be driving most of the holes.
Oh, look at her hold her
Yeah.
pose.
It sounds like fun, doesn't it?
It does sound fun.
You just have to be accurate with your driver.
Look at all these Mr.
Like, you
Moms
like that
playing
limp?
golf. Yeah.
You like that limp too, right?
Did you make it 9 on one?
I did.
9 and 7?
Yeah. I put 2 balls in the water.
That limp there, Phil, used to be an ass shake.
Yeah, from the 70s, the longest hole was 268.
Oh,
Yeah.
he
On
said
the
that
west
Rory blew
or on
him.
the east?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I love it, Will.
How
I
long
love
is
your
number 1 from
commitment
the
to-
70s?
392.
Okay. So more, right? You
Yeah,
could
I mean,
you could play the 6s.
The 6s is there's 1 and 6 are the only holes that are over 400.
What
Yeah.
is what's the yardage on 4?
82.
82? That's a big hole.
Yeah, maybe the 6 is at 5100.
Yeah.
You're driving 2, 5, 7, 10, 11, 13, 17.
Phil, Will's trying to figure out a way to replace me at the club with the
Oh.
handicap and golf staff committee. Is he wants to start playing consistently the 6 tees, so that in events they have to let him play.
Which what do we
those.
call those? Old lady tees? Old men tees?
Yeah, juniors.
Juniors?
I'm confused.
Todd?
But give me more context. What is he on about?
He wants to start playing the 6 tees for 20 consecutive rounds before an event, so it's his most common tee played, because he's tired of going into tournaments where he plays the correct tee for his ability and everybody else is way forward. So he wants to be really dramatic with it and just move to the 6 tee
But
and play 5,000 yards.
I mean, if you're talking about net golf, isn't that making it worse? I mean, if the other guys are playing closer up, and so hypothetically they're shooting a slightly lower score, and then so they've got a slightly lower handicap, and then they go play from the back tee boxes, which they don't normally do, right?
You listen, Phil. This isn't my logic. This is Will's logic.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to make sense of it. I think Will's got some specific science he's worked out with Bryson
Okay.
on
Yeah.
the advantages of it,
Yeah.
and I'm not here to question that. He said he would have played front 9, but he was 3D printing his 5-iron. So
You got packed in out here today, huh?
Yeah.
That's a crazy take.
Both
Lasher.
courses are packed. It's Monday.
Lasher says, I think the Masters showed why the new ball is needed. Par 5s were a joke. Did we watch the same tournament, Lasher? Like, nobody could even... Right? I mean, guy, you got to roll... I was joking. You got to roll the ball forward. Augusta's too hard. It's too long. It's too hard. Like, literally, no one... There was, like, not a single eagle for 4 days on a par 5. It was nuts.
Scotty shot over par on the par 5s.
I think, Phil, it's a good example of how you can control a golf course with green speed and undulation. And that's what Augusta does.
Yeah. Oh,
Hit a 3-wood into a par 5 and good luck getting it to stop.
Yeah.
Good shot, Lex.
Thank you.
gonna be nice and wet.
No.
Splash.
You know what I discovered on this? You know what the play here is, Chase? Right? Because I don't think this... You can go back as far as you want from the tee box, right? The problem is when you play this middle tee here, right, you've got to take a long iron. You know what's better? Go ahead and go all the way to the back tee and hit your hybrid.
I hit 8-iron.
Looks good. You can't do that, Phil.
I just didn't hit
You
it.
can only go 2 clubs back.
What? Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, you only get 2 club lengths from the tee box.
2 club lengths. That's it.
Oh, that's stupid.
That wasn't a distance issue. That was a hit the ground
Yeah.
before
A
the
block,
ball issue.
a block behind the ball.
No, I
Yeah.
just, I don't know. I mean, just hitting a hybrid's so nice and easy. Even an 8-iron is like sort of like a long iron, right? I mean, the chances you like mess it up. I don't know the rules. Yeah, Trey, I don't. So many of these rules don't make sense to me. But here's a good one. I got insider rumor knowledge that they are wanting to go back to bifurcation with the rollback. So if you guys don't know, right, when they first announced the rollback in 2023? And I'll mute while Chase hits his ball here. All right. And so they were going to do bifurcation, right? So the pros play a rollback ball. The rest of us play the balls we've always played. And they got the feedback from the manufacturers, and I know what it is. They got market data, right, from customers. And they said, yeah, this rollback thing is dumb. And they said, all right, fine. We're going to roll the ball back for everyone. So apparently they're back to bifurcation. Now, here's a psychological question for you, Lex, and for Chase. You go into
Weird not seeing a yellow ball.
the Golf Superstore to buy your balls, and you look on the shelf, and whatever your ball is, let's say you're a Titleist guy, and you see there on the shelf non-conforming Pro V1s, and then USGA conforming Pro V1s, the rollback ball. Which one are you buying?
Whichever one flies further.
I think for me, it would be dependent on what you were doing. If you were more around a golf, it wouldn't matter. You'd probably take the longer ball. If you were playing in something that was USGA, everything had to be conforming, you'd have to take the other ball.
All right. Well, those weren't the answers I wanted. Maybe I need Will to answer. I know Will give me the answer I want.
I think the issue is going to be with even a situation like that is the Tour Pro doesn't pay for the golf ball. So if a manufacturer has to manufacture a Pro V1 for the amateur golfer and then a Pro V1 for the Tour Pros, they're going to pass that cost on to the amateur golfer. So your Pro V1s are going to go up another $10 or $12 a dozen.
Yeah.
And now you're going to have $72 a dozen golf balls because Titleist has to make 2 versions of the ball.
What we get scores there?
So, at number 7, Ian Bodell.
Sweet.
Yeah,
Nice.
Okay. All right.
Cool.
Thank you.
You make a rule for the 0.1%. that affects 99%
Yep.
of
No, I
the
know.
world.
Yeah.
Well,
I know.
I mean,
imagine being up there.
did we raise the basketball rim height because guys can jump higher, or do we make football fields longer because guys run faster? I mean,
you should play it that way today.
is it? I don't know. Is it really a problem? Right? Like Bryson's the longest guy in most events, and has he won anything?
Next time we play on the channel, we'll play
in a while.
overseas.
That'd be fun. We can do that. Break 60.
Yeah.
Well, my theory is this.
So Phil,
yeah.
Phil, I think we would so I'm playing in that, the county amateur and all these sort of like sanctioned events.
Yes.
Right?
And let's say they want you to play the rollback ball. What are you going to do?
If they want me to play the rollback ball, then I'm playing the rollback ball specifically.
Yeah.
And I don't want to switch balls between the two.
Right.
So I would be a rollback guy.
Right. Yeah. Look, golf is a special sport, right? The millions of fans that watch football don't also play football. The millions of fans that watch soccer don't play soccer. Baseball, right? It's this one sport. Tennis is another one, but tennis is like gone. But it's this one. It's a major sport, right? Arguably one of I don't like because it's global too, and football's kind of not global. I don't know what's actually a bigger sport, right? I mean, it's up there. With, I don't know, soccer, F1. But it's all predicated. Golf is all predicated, and what makes it great, right? And it's not rational, it's not real, but it is a fantasy, right? And the fantasy is, and it's a good fantasy that you're playing the exact same playing surface as the best players in the world, right? And you're playing the same equipment. And what happens is you get your one chance in life to play Pebble Beach, and you're going to shoot 110, but there's going to be one shot that you do just like Tiger Woods does. And that's a memory of a lifetime, right? To play Pebble Beach and pull off a Tiger-like shot. And it's because you have the same identical, it's a direct comparison. And this is why bifurcation doesn't work, because you just mentally, you're always going like, well, I'm cheating though. I got a juiced ball.
Yeah, and I mean, what do you do to the person who plays, high school golf or college golf that's amateur?
Yep.
And then you go to the next level to be a professional, and you're 20 yards shorter.
Yep.
Because we changed the golf ball or whatever, and
yeah.
Yeah, good ball.
Yeah, DMC says...
You've been hitting that nice and straight today.
Thank you.
DMC says there's going to be a black market on certain golf balls in the future. Well, no, that's what I'm saying, DMC. I got insider knowledge. You guys heard it here first. I got insider knowledge that apparently bifurcation is back on the table. And
I think Gary...
Great ball.
I think Gary Player in his interview, he's 90, so I don't put a lot of weight in him, but...
Yeah.
He said, tour pros should use one ball, amateurs should use another. You don't want to make the game harder for the amateur, which is 99.9% of what keeps golf alive.
Yeah.
You get a 4 or 5 there.
Right. Yeah, what we get on the last hole?
I had 5. I got a 3. He got a 5.
Okay. Yeah, he's right but wrong, right? It's just you can't make golf is right on a precipice of being too hard for most active golfers. But again, it's you're selling the fantasy that we're doing the same thing that Tiger Woods does, right? And you can't lose that part, I don't think.
Yeah, you can't have the Bridgestone Tour B whatever with Tiger Woods' face on it that says Tiger's ball. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, my thought would be the PGA Tour is if the PGA Tour went out and said, we're just not going to follow your rules. You know, the rules of golf are already written, so we're going to adopt your rules of golf with the exception of this. You could essentially, you would have one golf tournament per year, which is the U.S. Open for the professionals.
That follows.
That would have to follow that rule. And could you imagine? You could basically make the USGA irrelevant if you just said we're not going to follow your rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think
I like that idea.
Sadly, I think at this
and
point,
I think they've kind of. I think the tour has kind of said at one point, like, we don't have to follow this rule because we're our own tour. We'll do
make our own rules. Yeah.
But see, that's again like they're going to cave though, right? Again, psychologically, it doesn't seem like legit when you say like we're going to have like all these other events with quote unquote juiced balls.
Yeah, but you would only have a non-juiced ball for one event a year, which would be the U.S. Open or anything that was governed by the.
It would be like a hickory league, right? The U.S. Open would be like playing hickories, and they might as well say, "All right, you got to play hickory clubs." And I would tune in to watch that. A rolled back ball, rolled back clubs, 1940s.
Yeah.
See what pros can do with like old school shit.
I don't know. I mean, I like that golf has progressed and technology has made it funner to watch. You know, I mean, there was a time where the NFL you weren't allowed to pass the ball. There was no forward passing.
Yeah.
Like, what happens if somebody just came back and said, "Oh yeah, you can only run the football."
Yeah.
Like, good luck with your ratings.
Yeah.
They've proven higher scores get bigger ratings.
Mm-hmm.
You know, golf got it probably similar, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Guys going on a run of 6 or 7 birdies in a row, everybody tunes in.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're all making more money than they've ever made. The manufacturers are making more money.
Yep.
You know, the equipment costs are more expensive. Payouts across the board are more expensive, and it's a bunch of guys saying, "How do we fuck with this?"
Yep. No. Well, you know, the best quote I've heard, and you know, you got to take it for what it's worth. It's a biased opinion, but was the CEO of Acushnet, right? Acushnet is Titleist.
Yep.
And he said the golf ball rollback is a solution in search of a problem. Yeah, I think that's it. I just, you know, I was thinking about the thing too about like Jay Monahan leaving as the CEO under sort of a cloud, right? And then you bring in this Brian Rolapp guy from the NFL. And I was like, you know, it's actually crazy because the Brian Rolapp guy's like coming in to sort of like fix something. And he got bequeathed a golf ecosystem that has never been stronger. So did Jay Monahan really that bad? He literally turned over. Golf is right. Golf has never been more popular. The ratings, right? The ratings were soft for a little bit, and then they came back big time. They absolutely successfully outcompeted Live Golf. Let's be honest. And I'm agnostic. I'm unbiased. I like Live Golf, but it's like not going well, right? The tour has just like been masterful about how they've, you know, destroyed this upstart league. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like we got this guy who's apparently here to fix golf, and I go like, what? Fix what? Like, and I work in a golf course, and everyone's enjoying golf. There is no problem.
Nice shot.
Thanks.
Yeah, Jay Monahan didn't nearly have the resources Liv did, and he beat them all with that Saudi oil money. Yeah. Lasher says golf's unwatchable except majors. Well, see, I don't know, Lasher. That's your opinion, but the ratings don't reflect that. right? The ratings have been great.
And again, we got to stop Lasher. Lasher, 2 years old, 100 yards.
Yeah.
We got to stop Lasher. Really,
Yep.
what it comes down to.
Yep.
I think the trouble the PGA Tour in golf is going to have in the future is going to be the what do they call them, like premier events.
Yeah.
You're going to get tournaments that become not really relevant
Yeah.
when
The Cognizant. The Cognizant's not relevant
when the
anymore.
best player of the field is 30th ranked in the
Yeah.
world.
Well, I said this before. This goes to the, all this stuff about the rollback and people concerned about these other tournaments that have a winning score of like 22 under. Oh, nice chip. All right there.
Thanks.
You gotta, if every course setup, right? If every tournament, if the Valero Texas Open and the Cognizant Classic are just like the U.S. Open, what makes the U.S. Open special then? Right? Like, you gotta have a mix there, and you just can't.
Yep.
You can't have a complete healthy ecosystem if you're trying to make every tournament like the Masters.
Yeah, and the Cognizant is a good example of that, right? It's a couple of weeks after Scottsdale. You have 16 at Scottsdale, and they tried to do the same thing with 17 at Cognizant.
Yeah.
And it just didn't work. The players were like, we don't want to put up with this shit twice.
Will, I don't like the look of that ball with you. It just, you need your cart's over there, but you need a yellow ball. Yeah.
All right. Let's see. What we get there?
I have 4.
2 4s.
Oh, very nice. Great job. Nice. Yeah, and that's true, Trey. This is just internet. This is true of everything. He says, I think no matter how good golf actually is, golf fans will find something to cry about. And that exists with everything, right? Yeah.
I don't know. To Chase's point, like basketball didn't used to have a shot clock, and guys, the score, and they would just pass the ball to each other, and the scores used to be like 8-10 when basketball first came around, and it was boring as shit. It wasn't until the introduction of the shot clock, and you're right. I don't think the rollback is going to help ratings, excitement. So I don't know. They're just whatever. They're not going to do it, Phil.
Well, see, and I've been saying that, right? But that Fred Ridley guy, the chairman of Augusta,
Double down on it. Yeah.
He is probably the chairman of Augusta. Sadly, is probably more powerful in the world of golf than all of the manufacturers and the PGA Tour CEO combined. And if he says rollback, it's like, oh, okay, it's going to happen, sadly. Yeah. What's up, Chris? Good
Or
to see
he sits on some board like most of them do. And it's, there's some side benefit to him coming out and saying that. I don't believe everybody's as authentic as they want you to believe they are.
Yeah.
They own some other company that has like rollback ball technology.
Well, you look at there was a guy that was on the PGA Tour's board. He was a member at Augusta, Jimmy Dunn.
Okay.
The guy's a multi-millionaire, maybe a billionaire. He's a member at Seminole, Augusta, MacArthur, all these places like. And he was doing a lot of the negotiations with Liv and all of that kind of stuff. And it's like, he wasn't doing that stuff out of the goodness of his heart. Don't believe he wasn't getting a paycheck or a, yeah. I think he's the president of Seminole or something.
Oh, yeah. Well, we have data. Fever Mind says, if you were to guess, we don't have to guess, how much yardage would the average AM lose off the tee? So, and this is important. This is another thing I want to point out. There's a little trick where they always state it in yardage, right? So the average AM is going to lose about 3 yards. You go, oh, it's only 3 yards. It's 15 feet. And the thing is they want to sell you the rollback by taking a single golf shot out of context of entire 18 holes, right? Because what you're talking about is 15 feet for the average
times
AM.
72.
3 shots. What's 3 times 18?
54.
Right? And so what's 54 times 15 feet?
I don't know, 1,500? Just do it in yards, Phil.
No, that's the point. Don't do it in yards. That's how they trick you. Okay, yeah, 270 yards. Right, exactly, Trey. That's a whole golf hole that the average AM is going to lose in distance over 18 holes. That's the way they're not looking at it that they should.
You're adding essentially a short par 4 to a golf course.
Yeah.
But when you hit the ball like Will,
Yeah. No, you guys are fine, right? Actually, you know what's funny? You know what the biggest percentage drop? It's not actually the highest swing speeds. It's that next
the
level,
lowest?
kind of where like you guys are at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clearly feel it.
Are you back on it?
Steroids again?
Yeah. Anything for golf.
Yeah, I liked your comment though, Phil. I think the CEO of Titleist hit it right on the head. We're going to try to fix a problem that doesn't exist.
Yeah. No, I just honestly.
I play a lot of golf. I play a lot of golf with guys who are good at golf and watch a lot of golf. And I've never sat there on TV and went, you know what, those guys just hitting it too far.
Yeah.
Like it's never even crossed my mind. I mean, they didn't overpower Augusta. What won? 12 under or 11 under?
Right. Exactly. I mean, they were struggling out there. It was crazy how many bogeys we saw. Yeah.
Single digit under par. Usually you win to U.S. Opens.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
The USGA's proven they can control scores with course setup.
Yep. I just golf has to be the same golf from the AM to the pro level. That's why we like golf.
Yep.
That's proposition 1, right? Number 2.
Imagine the NBA saying we're going to use a 12-foot goal and we're going to make the ball bigger.
Right. Yeah.
Because we don't like as much. We don't like the guys dunking that much.
Yeah. Yeah, I just, I see these guys, right? There's like a billion of these informal, like, men's leagues that happen at my course. Never are these guys coming off the course going like, I'm just hitting it too far. This game's gotten too easy.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of shooting like 72. They got to make it harder. No one's ever said that once, ever.
Have you asked them?
I mean, no, but I don't have to.
Between them.
I overhear their
You
conversations.
can see it in their eyes.
Yeah, well, they come in
You
the
just
cafe.
see it in their eyes.
Yeah, they come in the cafe and they
They're
get
just-
their pitchers of beer. And
they drink their sorrows away.
yeah.
The tears in their eyes tell you they didn't hit it too far today.
I mean, the only solution, right? We don't have a ball problem. We don't have an equipment problem. What we have is an athlete problem. And if you want to solve the problem, you have to force
Drug
the pros. They're not allowed to work out. They must drink alcohol, like a minimum of 2 glasses of red wine after every round. Maybe some mandatory smoking.
Drug testing to do enough, Phil.
Yeah. No, and that's Trey. Yeah, it says Rory spent the week in the trees. Still got to hit it straight. Yeah, yeah. The thing is this is the other part.
Turn.
There's a wrong belief that distance is going to continue to go up. And you're going to have to show me the science or show me the players, right? The thing is the distance, golf is, this is another thing everyone knows. Golf has always been a power game. It's always been about distance. That's why Jack Nicklaus is the greatest of all time. That's why, who's the Australian
Tiger
guy?
was so much better than everybody.
Yeah, it's just every era, the best player of that era was the longest hitter. And the thing is,
And the fittest.
And the fittest.
And the fittest, yeah. I believe we are at. It's kind of like science, like some science communicators are willing to kind of admit that we're kind of at the end, right? Like we're not solving the quantum mechanics general relativity problem. Like they know they're up against a wall. Right? We're kind of there. And the thing with the golf swing speed is the human body, we are there, right? Because if there was 50 more yards to get out of a swing, Rory would have already done it.
Phil, I'm going to go off on a hot take here. I think this involves a little bit of racism as well. And what they don't want, or what they're afraid of, is African-American dudes coming in, being large. Imagine LeBron James if LeBron James had a good swing, right? And size matters. And you have some big basketball player, like, come in and start playing golf. I think that's what they're slightly worried about, honestly. Because they're...
Yeah. No, I mean, look, circle back in 5 years, guys, and then circle back in 10 years, and you can show up in the chat and go, Phil, you're totally wrong. The guys, the young kids who are coming on the tour are hitting the ball 400 yards. Go ahead. When that happens, I will go, I was wrong. I was completely wrong. Chris says he's investing a huge amount of money in AI companies and robotics to enhance his body to make him shoot eagle every hole. Statistically, it's possible. Yeah.
You know, you figure every driver that's come out in the last 15 years is supposed to get you, on average, another 5 or 7 yards.
Yeah.
You would think we would all be hitting at 400 by now. So.
Right. Yeah. If that was true. Yeah. And it just summed up. Yeah.
What they didn't tell you was your good drives still go the same yardage. It's your mishits that close the gap a little bit. Nobody ever really got 7 yards longer.
Yeah.
Good pup.
Thank you.
All right, what we get there?
I had 5.
Lex? Lex McGuffin? Hello?
You hear Phil?
No.
Can't hear you, Phil.
Yeah. What do you get?
You had 4?
Yeah, I had 4.
You had 4.
Okay. All right.
Just like a wedge, got soul and I'm grinding. Greens and regulation are what I'm divine and addicted to the green, so aligns what I'm finding. Got that dog in me.
I mean, I would think the easier fix would be, instead of rolling back the golf ball, you could say at the professional level, the driver shaft is only 44 inches instead of 45 and a half.
Yeah.
And then you're not causing anybody to really have to adapt their manufacturing processes and all of that good stuff.
Yeah. See,
Take an inch and a half off a Rory's driver,
Yeah.
and it probably goes 10 or 12 yards shorter.
Yeah.
Here's the problem.
Even still, there's no problem with Rory driving at 330. Like, it's fun to watch.
It's fun to watch, and when he misses it left or right,
He's in
it
big
goes
trouble.
330 yards the wrong way.
Yeah.
Well, that's the other thing, right? Is you can't actually have a guy hit it 400 yards. It has to do with the dispersion cone, right? This is why older gentlemen hit more fairways, right? Because when you hit it offline, if you only hit it 150 yards offline, you're still in the fairway, right? If you hit it offline at that same amount of degrees offline at 300 yards, you're in another time zone. And basically,
you start playing golf like Martin Borgmeyer and
Well, I was going to say, if you watch a long drive competition, sometimes it's almost unwatchable because they may only hit 1 out of 10 golf balls
in the fairway.
in their what they consider inbounds, and it's like,
which is like 50 yards wide.
Yeah.
It's wider than hell.
yeah, there you go. DMC.
And they're using, I think, fairly standard. I don't think they get to use longer shafts or anything. I know most of them use really whippy, soft shafts.
I think the shaft's longer,
Yeah.
Okay.
but I think it's a standard, you know,
And-
whatever the sponsor's ball is.
Yeah.
You know, they use like a Schlesinger ball because
Yeah.
Sporting Goods sponsors it or something.
Yeah.
Like
A Volvic. They use a Volvic.
that. A Volvic now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Which
DMC
I'm going to
says.
always, every time I mention Volvic, I'm going to mention it's the one golf ball my Golf Spy hasn't tested for some reason.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, it promotes risk reward. Yeah.
It is a good ball, so why hasn't my Golf Spy tested it? Kind of peculiar.
Yeah. See, it's a fair theory that a professional game should have standardized equipment, right? Golf is weird. It's the only right when baseball, it's an official ball. It's the bats. Everything is standardized, right? Football, right? It's the league itself provides the equipment. And ideally, sure, if you could go back in time to 1860 when golf started and said, if you're going to play a professional event, everyone has to play the same equipment, the same ball. That ship has sailed, though. You can't go back. And I also don't think you'd want to, because the whole thing about what makes golf great is, again, the accessibility that we all play. And so much of that is the manufacturer side, and just the billions amount of dollars, right? Like we get, for instance, like Masters, you get reduced commercials, right? You get like absurd level of coverage, right? I mean, it's so great, right? I just literally can sit at my computer and watch the actual broadcast from my computer and get to see everything. And that's because it's the money, right? And it's like 4 advertisers. What they got? AT&T, IBM, and like 2 others, right? And those companies are pouring billions of bucks into that to basically give us something kind of special.
They were willing to change their tradition when it was profitable for them.
Yeah. Right, and that's the point, Trey. Right, is how would that work? Because that would put them. It would give one company a monopoly. Yeah, you'd have to tell all the other companies to go out of business. Yeah, you're not going to do that. No, it hasn't, Lasher. Lasher says just look at driving distance. Last 10 years increased almost 20 yards. No. Max driving distance hasn't moved much. It's it's average drive distance. So yes, we have had an athletification of golf, and so everyone that's on the modern tour hits it long, right?
God damn it.
Damn, Fever Mind. You're almost about to go to lunch, and you're just now watching the orientation video? The inefficiency of our court system astounds you? Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. Well, hats off to you, Fever Mind, doing your civic duty. Yeah, exactly, Justin. Yeah. The longer you go, yeah, there's a diminishing return. Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, you can bring up Jim Furyk. Sports evolve, right? Lex pointed out about basketball, right? Baseball's evolved. All these sports evolve. You can only do the comparison stuff in a casual way. Right, this thing about like who's the greatest of all time? Is it Tiger? Is it Jack? You go, well, Jack Nicklaus because he has more majors. I don't know. I mean, it's a different sport back then. It's just apples to oranges.
7-iron. What'd you hit? Yeah, out of a 7-iron. Yeah.
Yep, but. You know, this rollback's going to have the opposite intended consequence too, because you know who's going to actually lose out? Brian Harmons. It's the Brian Harmons of the world, right? There is a minimum drive distance that you need to have to just stay to keep your tour card.
He's in the water. He's chipping up. Could you still hear me, Phil?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I lost you in my ears again.
Okay. Yeah. No, it's going to be the shorter hitters, right? They're going to go below that minimum threshold needed to be able to produce good enough scores to keep their tour card.
Yeah, good roll.
Nice putt.
I got a 3. Chase got a 4.
Okay. All right. Yeah, it's a good question. Fever Mind says, how many Eagles were there this year as opposed to previous years? Yeah. Someone go Google that. Try to figure that out. Right? We saw, like, no Eagles this year. It's crazy. You know, again, what is the problem? Are you saying, if you're saying that I don't agree, right? Because I think, here's the thing. What did Trey just say? Trey said, he thinks the distance is much to do about nothing most times. Being long helps if you can keep it in play. If you don't like that golf is a power game and that distance is a prime factor in performance, then you don't like golf. Go find a different sport. Because again, that has existed since the dawn of golf. All of the best players of each era, the thing that made them the best was they were longer. And if you don't like that, go find a different sport. I'm here to celebrate it, right? Rory McIlroy, I was thinking about this, he's kind of like the greatest golfer of all time.
That's a hot take, Phil. I'm waiting for you to finish Rory McIlroy's greatest golfer of all time.
Well,
I said I'm waiting for Phil to finish the Rory McIlroy's the greatest golfer of all time.
Okay, well. He's 5'7".
Lex McGuffin is the greatest.
He's 5'7". He's like 36 years old. And he just won the Masters 2 years in a row. And when it's not just the distance, it's both. Like, they were showing the stats about where, right? They've got the little heat map of where all the balls, right? He was out driving everyone dead straight in the fairway. It was like crazy. And this idea that it's like, no, that's not good. We don't like that. That's crazy. It should be celebrated. It's freaking cool. And he deserves all the success that he gets for being basically the greatest driver of the golf ball that's ever existed.
So are you saying he's the greatest driver of the golf ball, or you're saying he's the greatest golfer? I thought I heard you say he's the greatest golfer.
Well, yeah. I mean, I feel confident he's the greatest driver of the golf ball that's ever existed. And honestly, yeah, I don't know. If he gets closer in the major championship number, and you factor in competition, right? So in the same way that we can say, like, I don't know, I mean, Jack Nicklaus was playing against a bunch of fat alcoholics who didn't work out, who were also like country club guys. It wasn't really a sport back then, right? It wasn't a sport. And same thing with Tiger. Those first few years with Tiger, right? Tiger came out playing. He was an athlete playing a sport against a bunch of dudes that are country club guys.
Yeah.
Right? It's just like being able to win the Masters 2 years in a row when you have to compete against Scotty Scheffler, Xander Schauffele. Like, just, you look at the field and you go, like, these guys are all just like crazy good. The competition's just so much harder. So if he gets his number up and you account for that, he kind of is the greatest of all time.
How many wins does he have? How many PGA Tour wins does he have total?
Well, let's see.
Is he at 20 or over 20 yet?
Yeah, let's find out.
He's got to be really close, right? Probably over it, maybe.
That's my ball. One of them's is my ball.
30. He's got 30.
30. Okay.
Yep. And he's a 6.
So kind of the number.
Yeah.
Because kind of the number you always hear about is 20 wins get you in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Yeah, Rory, yeah. Zippy says, I'm not sad he won. I was kind of hoping he would just get back at the Beth Page crowd. Yeah.
Phil, what do I get for picking the correct Masters winner 2 years in a row?
You get to get your own junk balls out of your junk bucket in your garage.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say some gently used waterlogged golf balls.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the prize for most things on this channel. Isn't it?
It is. It's all we have to offer is waterlogged Kirklands.
The Pro V1 of East Point.
It is the Pro V1 of East Point.
Where am I at on the scorecard, Phil, compared to Lex? I know I think I let him take back the lead.
Yeah, he's got you by 2 strokes now.
2?
Yeah.
He's due to duff another chip here. So
yeah.
at some point.
See, and DMC says, oops, I'll mute so we can. Corey Pavin could hardly hit it out of his own shadow, but he had amazing other skills. He would have hit a 4-wood into the 18th green at the Masters, right? And that's great for Corey Pavin, right? I'm sure Corey Pavin's sitting at home right now in his mansion, right, with his millions of dollars.
Okay.
Right,
but the ball's ruined, but you got some distance out of it.
The only time you bring Corey Pavin up is in this context. Otherwise, he's completely forgotten because he's not at the top of the game. And why? Because he did not hit it long.
Yeah, I like Corey Pavin, but Corey Pavin has never been mentioned with Rory, Phil, Tiger, Jack, Arnold.
Yeah.
You know, Corey Pavin's probably mentioned with Zach Johnson, right? Trevor Edelman, those guys.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Yeah. Well, and here's the ultimate hot take. This is right because it's okay. So Fred Ridley, the chairman of the Masters, wants the golf ball rollback, right? It's just the old people. It's old people, and they're just what they hate. They hate seeing younger people crushing the ball, especially amateurs. What they really hate is that a new thing is developed over the last 20 years where you've got amateurs, guys in their mid-30s, mid-40s, even up to mid-50s,
hitting it 300,
hitting it close to 300, and they just don't like that. They think that something's wrong, and it's because it emasculates them, because it makes them realize they suck at golf. Take it easy, Chris. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, but I mean, you got to let that go.
Yeah.
You know, Michael Jordan is not saying, I could beat LeBron.
Yeah.
You know, John Elway's not saying, boy, I could give it a go again. Like, there'll be a day when we'll quit golf because it just won't be fun anymore.
Yeah. No, but these guys do. I played with one. He's a member here. His last name's Miller. He's been in the industry a long time. and Will was out driving him by like 100 yards. We were playing in a match yesterday together. I don't know if you know who I'm talking about. And that's the type of guy who just does not. He doesn't like seeing, I think, those like giant shots.
Yep.
He wasn't that impressed by it. It wasn't making him happy the way some of the old guys, when we crush the ball, are like, wow, that's amazing. This guy was just kind of like, you know.
And he's a good player.
He's a good player.
But you know what? He's a good player from the 3-4 combo.
Yeah.
Make him go back and play the 1-2T combo with Will.
Yeah.
And he's bitching and complaining.
Yeah.
That we need to change roles. Because, you know.
Yeah.
All right, Phil. It's come time to the show for a DOD.
Sweet.
We're going to try to run something up there.
What could go wrong? We needed that.
Hit the bunker. Hit the bunker.
Oh, he got lucky. Oh, he got lucky,
Woo!
Phil.
I got lucky.
He got lucky, Phil. He was almost picking that ball up out of a pond that you've never seen before, Phil. It's across the street next to a pickleball court.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing. Trey says, I played with a guy who was 25, and he was ripping it. It was fun to watch him. I loved it, but I could see the older guys were not cool with it. Yeah, and that's the thing is, it's not me. I am not that guy that hits it long. And so this is why I feel very confident about this is what other people in my golf life who are like my age that do hit it around 300, this is what they're telling me is that when they play with a certain person, typically it's an older guy, they kind of don't like that it's a guy who's also kind of older who's hitting it 100 yards past them, right?
Yeah.
And they don't understand that it's swing training, it's health stuff, right? And it's swing mechanics. They just go like, oh, you know, the equipment's gotten out of control. What's up, Jonathan? We could easily protect par by adding a hoop on a stick somewhere on the hole, and you have to go through it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, like the sport that the Aztecs played, right? Yeah, Speedy says, guys not being cool with a guy that bombs it is so nuts to me. Just admire the talent. Yeah. No, they don't like it. They really don't like it. DMC says, Phil, we used to have country clubs and college tournaments. Sometimes highly overwater the course overnight after seeing low scores on their course. Ego goes both ways. Wouldn't that promote even lower scores though? To soften it up, DMC?
No, takes all the roll out of it, out of the fairways and stuff. Takes all the roll out.
That go long?
Yeah, long.
Oh man, I thought that was gonna be.
It looked good.
Yeah, I look at guys like you played against, and somebody like that's just bitter that there's somebody in their 40s doing what he couldn't get to do in his 40s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And because of that, we should make rules, or we should, do things at the club that, prevent you from ruining his experience, or what he wants his experience to be.
think Will's putting for birdie.
Nice. Yep. No, it's not good. Yeah, Will's hitting it. Will should never have a birdie putt on this par 5. We got to protect the game.
All right, for birdie.
Ooh. Good looking putt.
Great putt. Great putt.
Thanks.
5?
5, yep.
Nice 5.
All right. Yep. Yeah, this is not good. You guys are like in your mid 40s. You should not be making pars on a par 5.
No.
Like if
Well,
you're
we
not-
just, that the people here are just like, you shouldn't, and it's not everybody. There's a lot of good people here, but there's people here that are just like, well, you just shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Like you should, I wasn't able to do this because I had to work in an office,
Mm.
In 1980. So you shouldn't be able to,
Yeah.
Be out here doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we get that a lot. It's a mix. Some of the old guys are genuinely like happy and being like, no, you're doing the right thing, Lex. Like playing golf in your 40s.
I say it all the time. I would much rather play golf in my 40s and 50s than in my 60s and
Yeah.
70s.
Yep. Yep.
I'll go to work in my 70s.
Okay. Yeah. Good.
Spoiled.
Yeah,
Yeah,
here's
it
a
is.
good catch.
Take her to North Palm, put her in the public program.
Good catch, Trey.
Take them to North Palm, put them in the public program.
So
Toughen them up a little bit.
Yep.
Make them drink tap water.
God damn it. Phil, go back.
Sorry, Phil.
Yeah. So
Tap water.
Yeah, they're still talking about this Rory McIlroy thing about playing Augusta a bunch. And so Michael Kim says, yes, there's a number of rounds that Augusta will say no to him for to go by himself and play by himself. He says, yeah, that number's probably a little lower for him than a guy like Rory. He says, if you find a member to host you every time, there's no limit. And Michael says, I had plenty of chances to go play Augusta myself if I wanted to, but didn't go. Better use of my time practicing at home or wherever I am to get my game in better shape for my next tournament. He says, course knowledge only gets you so far. Plenty of golfers have even more experience at Augusta than Rory, like Justin Rose. Yeah, it's a good point.
Well, isn't there the guy who plays every year as the
Member?
member if there's a odd number of players that make the cut, so one player doesn't have to play by himself? Like eventually, you think that guy would just tear the place up?
Yeah.
I think it's fair to say Rory's better than most guys on tour.
Mm-hmm.
Scotty's, whether the Brian Harmons or the Corey Pavins, Tiger was better than most, Jack was better than most, Rory and Scotty are better than most guys.
And they probably put in more work.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work to drop your kid off, get on an airplane, fly to Augusta, play 18 holes, and fly home.
I almost feel bad for him.
That's a pain in the ass. Private jet or not, that's a pain in the ass.
Yep. Oh, yeah. And as we've talked about on the channel, big risk. Every time you get in a private jet, big risk. Like, really, you want to be the next, what's the guy with the dumb hat? Payne Stewart? Yeah.
Payne Stewart? Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to be Kobe?
Yep.
Well, that was a helicopter.
Yeah.
Helicopter's even higher risk.
Yeah,
Helicopters are stupid as shit.
Yeah.
You'll never see me get into a helicopter.
Yeah, it's the problem is the jet companies are like small businesses, and it turns out, right, there's no actual cops at an airport absolutely making sure that every regulation is being followed. And these small businesses, like any small business, they cut corners and they don't follow regulations. And so you got some like maintenance that hasn't been done yet on the jet that causes a crash, or the pilot gets too experienced and they get too comfortable flying the plane, and so they start cutting little corners, and then that, like, those are the two big causes, right, of all of these non-commercial plane crashes. It's always maintenance, or the pilot basically starts cutting corners, right?
There's a couple of guys here that are retired American Airlines pilots, and one of them in particular, I played a good amount of golf with him a few years ago, right before he fully retired, and he'd hit a golf ball and he'd go, "Where'd it go?"
Yeah.
And I'd go, "Boy, I'd get on an airplane and see you. I'm getting right back off." Like,
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, these things land themselves. They,
Yeah.
just there.
That's who I played with yesterday.
I'm just there in case the
autopilot doesn't work.
in case the computer breaks." No, this is Johnson.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he can't see either.
You played with Long?
Yeah.
Oh, Long and Miller, yeah.
Yeah. Couldn't see his ball.
Oh, that too. DMC says, Phil, they almost pass out plane licenses these days. No, I was watching a disaster thing. And so it was crazy. It was basically like a 23-year-old was the pilot trainer training like an 18-year-old. And basically, like, you get your pilot's license, you can like turn right around after like no time at all and be training other new pilots with like no experience yourself.
Gotta get down, right?
Yeah, because see, the thing is, the plane license schools, they're for-profit businesses, and so it's kind of a mill, right? And they have a problem where they don't really want to be honest when someone basically just shouldn't be up. Some people just shouldn't be pilots.
Good looking ball right there. That's got a chance.
So the problem is they should really be sitting the person down going like, look, based on like what we've done with you so far, like you should stop. Like you're gonna kill yourself eventually because you just don't have what it takes. But they don't really do that because they want the business, right?
Yeah, see this joystick, you can use it to bring the tunnel to the plane and then move it back in so that you can move people around.
Wait, what?
The little, what do they call that?
The throttle?
The little joystick. Instead of giving them the airplane, give them the joystick to the thing you walk down.
Oh, yeah, the jet bridge?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Give them that joystick instead. Say, here you
go. Yeah, Jonathan says he just wishes there was more affordable driving ranges around. Yeah, no, I know, it's crazy. If there's a problem with golf, it's the people who love the game have no money to invest in golf. Yeah. I don't know.
Chase, your reminder at 6 p.m. tonight is signing up for aftercare.
Oh, I think Amy's already on that.
On that, yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, Ray? Welcome in.
I think you get them. She was actually telling Will's wife at the Easter thing.
Yeah.
Because she was like, "Oh, that's a thing," and Amy was like, "Yeah, like you need
got
to
do it that night.
get on your shit right now." Get it.
Good roll.
Thanks.
2 3s, Phil.
Nice. Very nice. All right.
Look at this green, man. They're letting all these greens just go. A board member told me the committee for this golf course has already sort of been assembled and they're already hatching their plans.
Yeah, I mean it's
40 years old.
It needs it.
I'll be right back.
You know, my issue is, you know, so like when they present it to us, and I've been thinking about this, I want something in writing of our membership categories.
Yeah.
Because last time what they did was they brought us all in. Anybody who played in groups, they brought you in, they convinced you to vote for it, and then they went and turned around and gave us 45% dues increases.
Yeah.
After we voted for it and paid for it.
Yeah.
Don't get me to invest in the golf course and then give me a 40% increase.
Yeah. It's coming. We got to keep up with the Joneses.
I think the thing that'll get this to pass is the fact that everybody likes the East course. You know, it came out well. My only gripe with the East course is the greens should be firmer and faster.
And some of them, I was playing the other day, and hole number 14 had just like fungus, like a bunch of it was fucked up.
Really?
Yeah. Again, the par 5, 13, that one had issues for a while.
Yeah, but they fixed it.
Yeah. And Chris the Super does a good job, but like good is not good enough probably. You got to be doing a great job.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you look at Ballin. Last summer, Ballin had 5 greens closed.
Okay.
And they brought Nicholas, whoever runs Nicholas Golf now.
Yeah.
They redid that whole East course, and they had 4 or 5 greens that they had to redo.
Wow.
Closed the holes and had to rip it up because they had mold and fungus growing. So
wow, it happens.
It happens.
Yeah. I don't know if they're going to blow this up. I hope they do away with this idea that being a Fazio design is something special, and redesign it. Call in Tom Doak or someone like, and go, you know what? Let's just redesign the whole thing, and get, you know, some kind of newfangled designer and do something really interesting with it.
Well, I've played and had, you know, a snack and a drink with Sanford over at the Point, and he believes he believes there's 400 to 500 yards you can add.
Okay.
To this golf course.
Yeah. That would be helpful.
And he wants to do something with, what is it? What holes up? Par 3.
This one?
10, 11, 12,
13.
13?
Yeah.
13.
He wants to do something with 13 where you maneuver the tee boxes where you have more of a shot. Every tee box is, maybe not every tee box, but the tee boxes we play, your shot is now over water.
Yeah.
Where he's bringing it to maybe more of like where that nursery is.
Yeah.
But again, like they did that with 16 East, where they expanded that out, and then they never put the tee box over on the right-hand side.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is a fun tee box over there.
It is, yeah. And it's almost, I don't know, it's almost an easier shot.
Yeah. Phil, I'm going to check my power real fast.
What's up, Bobby?
I just
Good
hope
to
one
see
of the
you.
one of the things that never happen is the match courses stuff.
Yeah. I got to do a cam swap.
Okay. Yeah, that sucks, Justin. He says over here on the west coast of Florida, we've lost a lot of old courses to more homes. Yeah. Oops. Oop, what'd I do? Turn that off. Yeah, that sucks.
Oh, no.
What's up, D-Boy?
All right, I'm going to take an aggressive line here. Left it out right. Should be okay.
Excuse me. Oh, thanks, D-Boy. Yep, I'm doing well. Getting excited. Getting close to playing. Dude, I'm so stoked to play Southern Dunes, D-Boy. You should too, man. I'm so excited to play the Southern Dunes.
That's a good place. That's a good place.
Southern Dunes is great. It's one of the best in Orlando, if not the best, we think. We've played a couple up there. That public courses anyway. Yep. And it's just the conditions are great and it's a lot of fun.
And you got Walmart right next to you.
Okay, so Phil can buy some nitros.
Yep.
I went to high school in that area.
Okay. How'd you do in high school?
How did I do?
Yeah.
Like-
grade wise,
Oh,
were you a good student?
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I graduated with honors, but I wasn't like a
Okay.
valedictorian or anything.
Okay,
but
that's a good student. Graduated with honors.
I could add and stuff.
So, fun fact about me: I never graduated high school.
Okay.
Never got a GED. I still managed to go to get my degree from Purdue for electrical engineering,
Okay.
but yeah, I still have yet to have high school accreditations.
Okay.
It's going to keep me from getting on the board here, I think.
I don't think anybody would ever ask.
No, they wouldn't.
I don't think that would be what kept you off.
No, you think it's my attitude and we should have ran last
I think
time.
you've got about 20 years before you can get on.
Yeah,
Because they're not going to vote for anybody under.
under 60.
Yeah.
As they shouldn't, because young people don't know what they're doing. They only run the world.
Yep. Last thing we need is an original idea.
Take it easy, DMC. Off to hit some range balls. Nice.
There goes $15.
Nice.
Yep. And DMC probably has to play Muni. That was a big shocker. And one of those things where I was like, oh, I'm so blessed to be a country club member. When we went to Crandon Golf, we got a few range balls. Every range ball was like dented, fucked up. There was no dimples left on them. And you just go, what's the point of even hitting these? Like the ball's going to go wherever the ball wants to go.
There was a guy here Saturday. Maverick had soccer, so I played late in the, like mid-afternoon, early afternoon. And he was like walking around. He was like, hey, you been here a while? I was like, yeah. He's like, we're thinking of joining, but are those your normal range balls? I was like, yeah. He's like, oh, I don't know that I want to hit yellow marathons. I was like, well, I mean,
yeah,
I don't know what to tell you.
Marathon's a good ball. It's a Strixon.
I mean, I hate to say it. If we had Pro V1s, they'd end up in everybody's bag here. So
yeah.
All right, what is?
All right, Chase has got 185 left over trees.
Bobby says Turkey Creek has 80% range balls. You mean like reduced distance?
Range
80%?
limited. Yeah.
Is that your main place you play, Bobby? That sucks. Yeah.
It's a good strike. Is it enough?
I don't think so.
No.
Crap.
Good ball.
I don't know why you'd
What do you
care.
have to hit there?
Bobby, you should like that, right?
7 iron at 180. No wonder it came up short. That's
Well,
some will distance right there.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to bring long
Yeah.
wet into play. I'd rather take short dry.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of a bunker.
I am. I've got the worst bunker game.
Open the club face, aim left.
Yeah, I try that, and I hit these little like skippers. I don't get the ball up in the air. With a wedge, it's the whole opposite problem. Like here, I'm gonna have trouble keeping it underneath these branches.
Yeah.
113. We gotta try to saw this off. Hit a will shot here. Clip the branch.
Yeah. Oh.
I should have played a 7-iron runner or something different. How we doing on time? What time do I got to get you back?
No, we're good.
Okay.
The missus is going to get them.
Oh, okay. Great.
We got FIFA World Cup at 5:30.
For him, or you watch it?
No, for him.
For him, yeah.
Making some progress. He's playing defense. He's scoring 2 or 3 goals a game. So.
Oh, that's exciting. Scoring goals while playing defense?
Well, he's doing both.
Yeah.
So that's a progress.
Colt says, I wasn't being mean. I think you would make a good pilot, Phil. You don't want me as a pilot. I don't want to be a pilot. Yeah.
Well, I read a thing of air traffic
Pickles. Get over the intercom and
Maybe
yell
with all your
pickles.
YouTube experience, you should be an air traffic.
Hell no. No, just like, that's why I can't do the, since Fever Mime was here doing the jury duty. No, like having someone's fate in my hands like that, I can't, it's too much responsibility. Right? I would rather be a pilot than an air traffic controller, right? Like,
You have to trust somebody to tell you what's coming in, what's not coming.
yeah, oh man. Especially when you watch
Like
the
the guy-
videos and like you can barely make out what anyone's saying on like their bad radios. Like, how do you trust, right?
Or the guy who missed the fire truck going across the runway a couple weeks ago.
That was pretty darn good, actually. Good ball. Came up just a hair short,
One more
but
foot out of that.
I'd be happy with it. He's not happy with it, but I'd be happy with it.
Yeah. Just Swing It says, can Lex pull off a 44 and 34 round? Find out today on The Consistent Golfer. Yeah.
I played yesterday morning with a guy, Phil, and he goes, 38-44. Love this game.
I don't know. I mean, that seems in line. I don't know. It's what, six strokes? Yeah.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. 2 lags.
Oh, I wussied it too. Okay, 2 5s.
All right. Wait, is that true? Zippy says only 10% of air traffic controllers and pilots speak English. That's the other one, too, that scares me, right? You're like this crazy busy airport. And you hear like you'll watch the videos and you've got a pilot. He's like a foreigner and he like barely speaks English. Like, how are you supposed to make out what the heck the guy's saying?
Google Translate.
See, the problem is that it's like everything's happening so fast too at the airport.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. DMC says, before I leave, noticed not much use of the rangefinders today. Kudos.
You don't really need a lot of rangefinders when you're punching out under the tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had a lot of those kind of shots.
We have.
Big draw here?
Straight. I'm going to let the wind kind of carry it. I'm going to
Okay.
keep it. I can't really draw the ball very well.
Oh.
But I'm going to hug that tree line.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah, good swing. That's why we got to roll it back right there.
Yep.
All right.
You were hitting the driver so well.
I don't mind it over there.
Yeah.
I very rarely can get there in two anyway. So
Yeah. So what's the difference? Yeah.
it's a lot more forgiving over here than it is over there because of the tree height.
So you're going to join on the Thursday as well?
Yeah, I should be
All
able
right,
to.
super. Maybe we do some kind of match, take it a little more seriously
Yeah.
too on Thursday.
Playing East Thursday, right?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, I like that.
I believe one person earlier today was, I don't know if they were exactly suggesting this. I think you had mentioned it, Lex, but doing that where it's all three of you guys, right, with Will too, and you do a scramble to see how low you guys can shoot all together.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
But these guys don't like scrambles.
Who?
Chase hates scrambles. Chase
No.
hates scrambles.
Oh, Chase doesn't? Yeah.
I mean, I'll do it
Okay.
if Wills wants to do it.
Okay.
Or you play nines or something.
Okay.
You want to do something for a couple of bucks or something.
Okay. What are nines?
Every hole's worth 9 points. Winner gets 5. Loser gets
Gets 3. and
5,
then
3,
2.
1.
Okay.
You know. I know Will usually likes to have a little cash on the line, or he used to. I don't know if he still does.
I think he does. We don't play for money generally. I'm not a big gambler. But
Well, you don't have to play for big money. You know, you play for $10 or $20.
yeah. I have this weird thing where once I feel like I've lost and I've lost like $20, there's no reason for I kind of like give up versus playing for pride,
Right.
And for just the spirit of the prestige. And I don't give a crap too much about losing money. I go, okay, I lost $20, like, or I lost $100. What the fuck do I care? And I like.
Well,
I
think you keep the number to a. You keep the money number to a
reasonable amount.
an amount that keeps everybody friends at the end of the round.
Yeah. All right, Phil, I got 175. I think I'm taking a 7-iron and really going for a 7-iron here at 175.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
don't want to get long.
Sweet.
Yeah, the last thing you want is a $500 match that ends a friendship because you're arguing over a drop location.
Yeah. Yep. Speaking of those, the guy who won the gross in this last weekend's tournament, he took a couple of drops that were a little iffy, and I had been warned about that, and we had to call him back on one and be like, no, dude, you're like 30 yards further than when your ball went in.
What's the last name start with?
Oh,
W?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a known issue.
Yeah.
I like that. Colt says, I'll play you for a nickel a hole, Phil. Yep, that's about as much as I've bet on myself. Is a nickel.
You ever think about labeling people slow players or how you would go about having that conversation? Let's say it's a friend too, and you're just be like, hey, I want you to know you're kind of a slow player.
So I will generally, and I've played with some guys that way, if I know them well enough, like we will say, hey, shut up, hit the ball.
Yeah.
Like, let's go. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
What if it's not from talking? When we played these guys from Crandon, there was a guy we were playing with who was a slow player, but he would come out, he would shoot this, he would go back, and just do everything like just very.
So I played behind your last group.
Yeah, and they were slow.
I teed off at 120, and I caught the 12:30 tee time on 6 tee box.
Yeah.
And I was like, what in the world are you guys doing?
Yeah.
Like, and Will was with me, and I said to Will, because the Ranger came by, and I said, look, I don't want them to have to skip holes because that affects the match.
Yeah.
But they need to be aware.
Yeah.
Like, you can't play 2.5 hour 9 holes.
No.
Like, let's go. There's
people.
The board member. We had 2 female board members behind me.
Yeah.
And they're like looking at me, and I'm like, what do you want me to say? Like,
all right, 7-iron. Get up, be enough. Nope.
Cross. Oh,
Nope.
he's coming back. I rolled in.
Nope.
No.
Thank you.
Yep. Yep. Roll the ball back.
Like on hole number 9 yesterday, one of the guys was telling a story, and he goes, when I played golf down south, and I said, why don't we focus on playing golf here today? Hit your ball.
Shit.
Like, I don't need another story.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, there needs to be a sign at the first tee, right? Or the starter has got to be like, "Hey, no one wants to hear your stories." Just a
we
friendly...
talked about the other day of having a golf registry and being able to sign people up, kind of like a sex offender registry, but for slow players, and to just like start labeling people like, "Hey, bro, you're a slow player."
Well, like this guy I used to play with that was here, Greg, that
Yeah.
It's different for you and I, right? I've got Mavericks got a soccer game later today. We're picking up from school. Some of these guys, this is all they have to do for the day.
Yeah.
This is their day, is playing golf and then going and grabbing a drink.
Yeah.
And then off to 4:30 dinner.
Okay, nice ball.
Yep. Justin says student driver stickers, student golfer flags for the bag. Yeah. Bobby says like an Uber rating. Yeah. Yeah. Colt says exactly. Some dudes want it to take 5 hours, it seems. Yeah. Yeah.
A day like today, you're, like I'm a little more accepting today. We're a twosome. We're behind a twosome. There's a foursome in front of them. The stuff that drives me nuts is Sunday morning, 7:30 tee time. It's a guy that's going to run a $20 a guy game, and he's got 16 guys, and everything's going to be putted out. It's like, you know what? Can you not go at
7:30 in the morning?
8:30 or 9:30?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, do you have to slow down all of the fast players who want the early tee times?
Yeah.
Yep.
Again, a registry for
Yeah.
these people.
And there's certain clubs like, I think like Turtle Creek, their first 30 minutes at Turtle Creek, you have to play in 320,
Okay.
and they reserve it for a lot of like twosomes and stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's
Okay.
right there.
Look at that fishy.
Right by your tilapia.
Yeah. Boop. Boop. I hit the fish.
I think it's so cool how they dig holes.
Yeah. Do you know what kind of fish that is?
I don't. I've had people tell me that that's a tilapia,
Okay.
which has prevented me from ever eating one buying it at Publix and eating it.
Yeah. All right. 2 in the water. Drop 3. This is 4 in the hole. Nope.
Too high.
Nope.
Didn't hit it.
Yeah, that's the thing. D-Boy says tilapia, kind of a junk fish. Used to eat it constantly when you were poor and trying to eat healthy. That's the thing, though, is tilapia really, right? We have a misconception about seafood. There's like 4 or 5 seafood items that are healthy, right? And it's the expensive ones. It's tuna, salmon, sardines, anchovies. Most white fish, right? Like halibut, tilapia, cod, right? Like shrimp is actually really bad for you, right? So be like, oh, I'm eating healthy. I'm having shrimp. No, you're not. you better have just ate steak. Yeah, but tilapia really doesn't have anything healthy about it.
Speaking of steak, you ever bought the steak at Publix?
We have, yeah.
How is it? Is it okay?
Steak?
Yeah.
It's fine, depending on what you get.
Okay.
I mean,
Like New York or something. I was looking at getting like a New York. I normally go to Trader Joe's.
yeah. So we use Butcher Box and have it shipped to the house.
Okay.
And then I really like, we have a Costco membership, and I really like their steak and meat.
Okay, I've got a Costco membership.
Their beef is excellent.
Really?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
I'll try that.
Top
Costco,
sirloin.
yep. Costco's the way to go.
Their top sirloin is probably
Yep.
it's almost as good as their like filet mignons.
Yep.
Okay. Well, look at that. We learned something today.
They
I
have
learned something.
They do. They've got a Wagyu short rib,
Yeah.
which is American Wagyu, so it's not real pricey. But throw that on the grill real quick. Oh, it's excellent. I did. I got beef ribs yesterday. I did beef ribs on the grill.
Yeah.
Had my mom over. It was really good. Only set the grill on fire once.
Yeah, I've almost burned the house down before cooking.
Yeah, Cam says sea bass is really expensive. Yeah.
Why do you think that's hers?
Because she's the only female in front of us.
Yeah, that could be a
And it's
man's.
It matches her outfit.
Okay.
I love sea bass, but I'll only get sea bass at like a restaurant because I don't really know how to properly cook it, and I don't want to screw it up for the price of it. But even at restaurants around here, a sea bass is like $52 at Jetties or something.
Yeah.
And you're probably not getting actual sea bass. Big fraud stuff in seafood, right? Mislabeling.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of fraud.
Oh, yeah.
Seafood.
Yeah.
We used to own a seafood market back in the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like a specialty food store that sold seafood and stuff. and meats and things like that. So I have a picky palate now. Nothing but chicken tenders and mac and cheese for
There you
me.
go. Kraft, I hope.
Huh?
Kraft mac and cheese, the good stuff.
It is
I hope.
Kraft, yeah. Blue box. I've tried that Amy's bullshit once.
Great value, Sam's Choice from Walmart,
No.
the private label. It's funny, Maverick won't eat mac and cheese.
Yeah.
He hates mac and cheese. Every time we go out, they're like, can we get him a little cup of mac and cheese or something? We're like, no.
Yeah.
Chicken tenders and french fries. He's good.
Kids are like that. My 9-year-old has really branched out, and when we go out to restaurants, she's like, I'll take the mahi. And she's ordering like the $32 like interesting entrees and stuff.
If we go out, he'll get, chicken tenders, french fries, that kind of standard kids meal stuff. But at home, I mean, he eats what we eat. So
Yeah.
like he likes steak. He likes, occasionally we'll grill like Italian sausage and stuff, and he'll eat all that.
Yeah.
We've never made it an option for him to have like a completely separate
meal. Yeah.
dinner from
Yeah.
what we're
Neither
eating.
have we. Will made that mistake with his kid.
Yeah.
And so his kid is like, go make me a sandwich, Dad.
Yeah.
I didn't think we had the last tea time of the day, but apparently we did.
Uh-huh.
Should have waited like an hour. Could have flown through it. Phil, where do we stand on scores?
Actually, I got an update. What did we get on the par 5?
2 5s.
Oh, nice. Okay. So you're at 76 and Chase is at 78.
Okay. All you need is for this ball to go in the water.
Swing left then.
All right, start praying.
Good swing.
Yep, that's going to be a pretty good ball, I think.
76 with a 9. That's pretty it's pretty good recovery. It's one
The
of those,
unfortunate thing is it's not going to post that way. It's going to post as like a 7 on that
Yeah.
ball.
yeah, 6.
A 6. Okay, yeah. Yeah, good ball. Gotta hold on.
Yeah, it might be too much.
What happened on hole 1? Yeah, 2 water balls. D-boy, that's what happened. Yeah, Zippy.
He was high.
Zippy put up a video
Wish I was high.
the fish selection at Publix last week, at her Publix. And the one thing that's at least good with that, because it's like $45.99 a pound for red grouper. At least that's the thing, is it's a real red grouper, because that's what you actually have to pay, right? So that's kind of your trick, is if you're in the restaurant or you're in the market and you see something labeled as like a real fish like that, like mahi, red grouper, that sort of thing, and it's like suspiciously cheap, it's not the real fish, right? It's been mislabeled, or it's a lie. Yeah. Right, so for example, Zippy, in your video,
It's like right
here,
down there.
there's the cobia right in there. Cobia, I believe, if I recall, is one of those ones that people, shady retailers, will relabel as Chilean sea bass, and it's actually cobia.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I hate to say this to you, Chase, but you probably want to skip paying that premium price for Chilean sea bass at the restaurant. It's probably not.
The
real.
chef doesn't even know what he's
Yeah.
ordering or
Yeah.
what's getting in there.
Yeah. It tastes good.
Yeah.
I've never been disappointed by it. But I was more upset yesterday. We were at Costco getting, our normal shit we get from there. And they have solid white albacore tuna, but it was $17.99 for their little pack, and I was like, God, it's food in a can.
Yeah. The problem is I'll wait till you hit.
I'm trying to figure out if I need more club or not.
This could be really
Yeah, I
good.
need more club.
Yeah, it's gonna be fine. No. Okay.
Oh no, I didn't. All right.
It's
$17.99. You better be giving me dolphin.
Yeah.
I want dolphin.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was 8 cans of it or something, but I was still like, man, it's friggin' tuna fish.
Well, it's the Chinese. The Chinese are literally killing they are overfishing because they don't follow any of the regulations.
Right.
There's an interesting video on YouTube all about what the Chinese do. So it's kind of interesting. So what the Chinese have is like 10,000 fishing boats out in international waters, and what they figured out what to do is they have a mothership, a literal mothership. So like in the old days, the fishing boat would go out for like a week and fish, right? But then their freezer holds, right, where they catch the fish, and the inside of the ship is like a giant freezer, and then it fills up, and then they've got to boat back to the port and unload. And so what they do now is these Chinese fishing fleets, the boat that fishes is out there on the high seas for like 2 years at a time, because as soon as they fill up, they have the mothership stationed there around 50 fishing boats, and so they fill up the mothership with the fish, and then as soon as that mothership is full, it goes back to China, but there's already a new mothership there ready to go.
It's like a fishing assembly line.
Yeah, and so,
Shit.
right, I mean, they're just literally emptying out the oceans.
Yeah.
Like really bad. And that's why when you go to your store and the fish is like crazy expensive, is because legit wild caught stuff that people, right, because American consumers, right, they want to see names. They wanted to say wild caught salmon, they wanted to say grouper, they wanted to say Dover sole or Atlantic cod, and those things are so overfished that there's basically none left, and that's why it's so expensive.
Yeah, I just know like a lot of stuff is farm raised and it's still expensive.
Yeah.
You know, like if you've ever been to Disney and you've been to their, I think it's in Epcot, they have the land or something it's called.
Okay.
And you ride around and it's like, oh, all of Disney's product, and they grow, basically they farm their own fish right there. They grow all their own stuff right there. They never have to buy it from anybody, or limited, what they have to buy. You got a great lie.
Yep. Knew that was happening.
Cam says they like slaughtering whales also. Well, I think that's the Japanese, Cam. The Japanese are out there still whaling, right? I guess maybe the Chinese are too. The other thing too,
I don't know if you get our news up here where we are, Phil, or do you get what do you get, Orlando, or do you get
we get Palm. Yeah.
Okay. So they've been finding hammerhead sharks and stuff on the beach with their fins and everything cut off up here.
Yep.
I think I might have got it, Phil.
Oh, what a last putt of the day.
Oh, I got it, Phil.
Is that for a 3?
That's a 4.
That's a 4?
One on the water.
Okay, I got to make sure I 2-putt here.
Yeah, Justin says, Phil, have you seen the studies that have shown links to the overfishing and ocean depletion having more to do with global warming than any carbon. I could see that. Yep, for sure. Right? It's like the whole global climate is based on the ocean. And that's like, honestly, it's the scariest thing in the world, what the Chinese are doing with the fishing. Like, if there's any one thing we should really be freaking out about with the environment, yeah, it's just the Chinese fishing fleets. Because the other thing, too, right, this is interesting. So most coastal areas and so on and so forth are controlled by the government of that area, right? And so there's a lot of governments that are trying to do the right thing. So, for instance, in Chile, if you like that, how I pronounce it, they have all those protected waters, and they've got the quotas about what you can take from those fisheries so that they're sustainable. What the Chinese do, right? So, boats have a transponder on
Thanks for coming along.
right? But you can just turn what they do is they turn the transponder off, so they go dark, and then they go in the middle of the night. They go right into those other governments' protected fisheries and fish. Yeah, there you go, Bobby. You've probably seen that. He says there are heat maps of the Chinese fishing fleets flooding specific locations. Yeah, no, and that's the thing is they go right into other governments that have done the right thing and protected it, and the Chinese fishing fleets go right in there and fish it. Yeah.
All right, Phil. I got a 6. He got a 4.
All right. Well, 82s.
Tie game.
Yep. Chase should have taken the bets.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was a hell of a putt. All done. You want to give Bill this glove?
I don't think Phil wants that.
Okay. All right. The people in front of us left the glove. It's fine.
If somebody gave me that glove, I'd be like, "Oh, thanks, guys."
Yeah.
Yeah. D-Boy says
Well, you're
Chase
not Bill.
seems like
Bill
the
would do
best 12 handicap I've seen play. Yeah. Yep.
Well, that's because I'm a 9.7.
Oh, nice.
So
What are you a single digit now?
yeah.
Nice. Congrats.
Thank you.
See, you still could have gotten your kid.
Yeah, well, gives the missus something to do.
Yeah.
She worked all day.
Yep. Good job today, guys. Good pace of play. 3.5 hours. See that? That's it's good modeling the behavior for all the viewers. See that, guys? You can have fun and have plenty of conversations.
Did you?
No, I got it.
And play
Mr.
golf
Phil,
in
thank you,
3.5
sir.
hours.
You enjoyed. Thanks for having me, Phil. Have a
Yeah,
good day,
no,
sir.
thank you.
Thanks for coming on. I think you want to go have a drink?
No.
Okay. All right. Super.
Yep. And so Chase it's going to be back with us on Thursday, I believe, right?
Yeah, Chase is going to be back on Thursday.
Very nice. Very nice. Yep. Of course, we're off tomorrow, guys, but we'll be back on Wednesday at 1:21 p.m. on this course here. And, yep, we'll have a little golf on Thursday and Friday as well. So, look forward to that.
You got a postable score.
Yeah, I know. That's exciting. Get my handicap a little higher.
Nope.
I got to get that sucker up for the summer stroke play.
Got some time on that.
Yeah. All right, see ya. Thanks for coming on. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Colt. Oh, Foof. He says, oh, damn, I missed it. Yeah. Good to see you, Foof. Well, yep, we just finished up. Nice. D-Boy says he's going to play some golf tomorrow as well. Going to be 80 degrees. Nice.
Nice, D-boy.
Foof, what did we learn today? We learned that probably the expensive fish that you buy in the restaurant is mislabeled. We learned that the Chinese are causing a global environmental apocalypse with their overfishing.
We learned that Costco has the best steaks.
Yep. Well, I knew it, but
Well, I learned. This isn't just about what you learned
Yeah,
or what the audience learned. It's also about what I learned.
I know, but it's like my second or third favorite topic of conversation is how amazing Costco is, and you haven't been listening.
Yeah.
Yep, there's no such thing as Chilean sea bass. Yep. Lasher says Chase needs a channel too. Gosh, Lasher. God. Yeah, I don't know. There's some other good tidbits in there. Yeah, I don't know. We learned there's definitely. You guys got heated about the whole thing about Rory McIlroy playing a bunch of practice rounds at Masters before the tournament. Yeah. Sometimes, guys.
That's interesting.
These conversations, right? It's like the things that you guys start getting tilted on and you start yelling at each other about. Like, I can't predict it, right? What was the last one? Was about like how well Grant Horvat would play if he was in a tour event. Like we literally, people got so angry with each other in the chat, we lost a viewer over that one, over Grant Horvat. Didn't know Trey was such a Rory stand. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I kind of become one too. I don't know. Yeah. I just,
No, I think Rory needs.
Yeah.
He needs to lean into being the bad guy.
Yeah.
And be the bad guy on tour. And I liked I didn't hear him thank God once. In his speech. He thanked his parents.
Yep.
He thanked a bunch of other stuff, but he didn't mention God once when he was doing his master's speech. Not that I noticed.
Yeah.
And as someone who is agnostic, I appreciated that. That we're not going to, if you are religious, like Cam Young is a really religious guy. Like, you can have your religion, that's great. But I appreciate someone who doesn't have religion as well.
Okay, well, there you go. Bringing up the second most divisive subject. Yeah. Oh, I was wondering about that because he's from Northern Ireland. That means he's Protestant, right? Is that how that works? I actually don't know. It's right because
I have no idea.
Yeah, I think Northern Ireland is kind of more Protestant, and then the other Ireland is Catholic. Yeah. Anyway, I mean, I think it's generational too, right? Like, I mean, pretty positive Tiger is not a believer, and it's
sure, but Scotty is, and Scotty takes every opportunity to mention it, right?
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's okay if you mention it once, or it's known about you, but taking every opportunity to proselytize, is the thing that I just go like, it's just a turn off for me.
Yeah, it's a tough one though. I mean, you really want to have this conversation, so right? It's generational, right? I mean, our generation is less believing, and then younger generations are more believing, and I don't know what to do about that, but literally it's one of the primary kind of commandments in the New Testament is to proselytize. So like they have to do it, right? And so he's just following what you're per the text, what you're supposed to do. So
no, I get it. If I was a believer, I would I would be a priest. I don't know why I wouldn't be a priest.
Yeah. Sure. A golfing priest.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Phil. On that note, I think I'm going to head out of here now that I've offended probably half the chat.
Yep. Good job. Yep. All right. Yeah. Tiger thanks his Lego dealer. Yeah. Yep. Well, just to be safe,
right,
guys.
good.
So we're pro whatever you believe, whether you believe, don't believe, or anything in between. We love you guys. We love all you guys.
No, we're global. We got Mustafa, right? We've got Islamic followers. We've got Hindu followers. Yeah. We've got Christian followers, Catholic followers, yoga followers. We've got followers of all beliefs, right? And it's important to accept and be inclusive to everybody. I don't give a crap what you believe. really.
Mhm.
You know.
Yep.
But
well-
I am gonna go get my free drink from that hole in one. So.
Oh, someone got a hole in one today?
Yeah, someone got a hole in one, so there's free
cool.
drinks at the bar.
I think when I was leaving work the other day, I was out chipping after work. There was a major joyous commotion out on the course somewhere, like way out there, but it was crazy loud. I think it was a group of ladies. I think one of them got a hole in one. They were just like,
Yeah.
they were celebrating. Phil follows Satan. No, come on. D-Boy says, don't worry, I'm still on for golf despite this conversation. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good, because it's okay that I believe something different. It's fine.
Yep.
It's fine. You
Yeah.
can believe something different. We can all believe something
Yeah.
different.
No, see that? Yeah, it says now they're talking about Father Seamus. I got scared about doing that character anymore, right? Like it's tough because like we were raised Catholic, and that's like it's if you are Catholic, it's we like kind of make fun of ourselves. We don't take it that serious, but if you're not Catholic, like that's what's odd, right? Is you're not Catholic. My fear is you're going to be more likely offended, right? Than I'm like doing a fake priest. So yeah, I'm kind of scared of doing that character anymore.
Ooh, that's good water.
Yeah, D-Boy says I was raised Catholic. I get it. Yeah.
All right, Phil, have a great night. Have a good work tomorrow.
Thank you. Yep.
Everybody, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye. Oh, look, he stayed to the whole end of the thing. Nice. All right, guys. Take it easy. I know. Colt says you hit the ball so pure as Father Seamus. It's a weird thing, right? It's like if I'm not being myself and I'm like literally, right? Because I become the person and I do it, like it gets the nerves out. I've actually thought about that, like literally just pretending all the time to be someone else. I actually would play better.